Okay, hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Friday night, and we are ready for our Star Wars Legion stream. Hope everybody's doing all right. My name's Matt. I'm the host of the Frontier Gaming channel and on the Legion Outriders podcast, so if you're here for Star Wars Legion, you're in the right place. But I've got Bryan, who's going to be joining me for a game tonight. I don't know if we'll have him come sit around in a second, but we're going to go over our list real quick. We like to keep kind of our Friday night streams relaxed and fun. If you guys have any questions about Star Wars Legion or gaming in general or things we do at the channel, please speak up and let us know. But if you're seeing this later on YouTube, welcome to the channel. Try and, if you can, make it down to join us on Friday night, 7 p.m. PST. But other than that, tonight we've got a classic Rebel versus Imperial matchup. So I'm going to go over my list real quick. I've got 795 points. And it's my general. I have General Beers because he's awesome and I love him so much. Let's see. Then I've got 4 units of Stormtroopers. They've all got DLTs, and 3 of them have extra Stormtroopers involved. Then I have an ATST with the Twin Light Blaster Cannon upgrade and Long Range Comlink, and then 2 units of bikes. So just some general good stuff with an ATST for funsies in there because I love my ATSTs. But Bryan, why don't you go ahead and jump on down here? You can talk about your list, and I'll start breaking my stuff out for the table.
All right. So I went with maximum firepower without Veers, as much as Rebels can bring to the table with troopers. So first, my commander is Leia. I'm not running a twins list. It's just Leia with commanding presence and environmental gear. Fleet troopers with a scattergun trooper upgrade and an extra fleet trooper. So 2 units of fleet troopers. 4 units of rebel troopers with a Z6 and a rebel trooper each. They're all basically the same, cut from the same mold. The last is I have 3 ATRTs. 2 ATRTs with the rotary blaster and 1 ATRT with the flamethrower. No upgraded comms on any of the ATRTs. I'm probably going to be relying on the commanding presence from Leia to be able to get that long range command token out there. So that's the list.
Cool. Well, we haven't selected our scenario yet, so we're going to go ahead and do that real fast. Let's see if I can tilt the dice cam camera over a little bit so you can see a little bit of it. It's not going to be real great, but we'll pop it around the corner here. Apologies for a shaky cam. Let's see how we can do on that. Go through the pre-game game. Ooh, that is really saturated. Hold on, let me see if I can adjust that real quick. Sorry. Is that going? There we go. Okay, I'm not sure what was going on there. But should be good now. So you can at least see what we're doing there. Okay, turn up the game just a little bit. Okay, so I'm at 795. I've elected to be blue player for this. So our first, we've got Long March, Advanced Positions, and Major Offensive. We are playing with the Priority Objectives pack as well, so we have some cards for that. What I'm looking at then, do Long March? I kind of do, so I'm not going to touch that. Rapid Reinforcements I'm not a huge fan of, so I'm going to go ahead and ban that one.
Things I do not want to do. Short end of the battlefield. Yeah, I think I am not happy with Long March, so I'm going to strike Long March.
Okay, fair enough. I did Advanced Positions last night. That was kind of fun. I did Minefield as well with that. So we got Interception Missions. In the end, I think we're going to get rid of Advanced Positions.
Okay. I was super hoping you wouldn't do that, but
I could feel it.
yeah.
I knew you wanted it, so I was like, no.
I feel a little. Ooh. You know, I have a trooper heavy list, and you don't.
I don't.
You
I
don't.
only got 4 units of troopsies.
So I think I'm gonna cancel minefield.
Okay. And that leaves us with major offensive, so this kind of weirdo L-shaped, whatever it is, with limited visibility and intercept the transmissions. This is the one you score at the end of rounds 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's always a good one. But cool.
So blue side has
yep.
opted to be like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
We'll set up in my far corner over here.
Yeah. Throw down my stuff so I know where my stuff is.
Over there in that corner.
I'll do that just so.
I haven't played speeder bikes in a while. I'm excited.
Yeah. It's
I've been
been
doing double ATSD for so long.
It's been a while since I've hit speeder bikes.
Ah.
It's interesting how that stuff kind of ebbs and flows, because it used to be that the speeder bikes was the go-to wreck face option against which I felt all the pain.
And if you hear the screeching in the background, we're in the middle of monsoon season here in Las Vegas, so everybody's emergency alerts is going nuts. You can tell because all the community is making my hair lift. Doing the same thing to Brian, you just can't tell as well.
Yeah, no, it's, with the fuzz hawk, it definitely gets past that. Oh, there we go.
What's up, Mr. Ross? No, I was out there. I think it was an emergency alert from some of the phones.
It is.
Yeah.
Everybody's phone's got it.
Yeah. Good times. Good times to be in flash flood area.
Yep.
All right. Okay. And for this scenario,
Do we
are
want
we
to
using? Do we have objectives or?
We have, I believe it's, let's see. Place one objective token on the center of the battlefield, then place one objective token halfway between the center token and the left short edge of the battlefield. Place one objective on the right.
Yeah. So
okay.
it's boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, so it's center.
Do you have any of the loot crates or whatever from the new? Set?
I don't have them glued or.
That's fine. I've got mine in the other room. They're not painted,
Okay,
but
all right.
they're usable. So
Yeah,
one
I
of
have them
those.
jankily blue tacked.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that. But
Yeah. Apparently priority supplies, not a giant priority. He says to the internet people that can't talk back or laugh at him. Bear with us, guys. We're still setting up.
okay. So we got one right in the middle.
Yeah,
Which is, looks
right.
like it's going to end on top of this thing. We'll check it.
Okay.
Oh wait. Well, hold on. We got the maps here.
Yeah, we have the maps, so. Huh. All right.
I guess we could move that a little bit just to make sure.
Sure.
Everything's good there.
All right.
And then we'll set another one. Move this a little bit just so you guys can see the objective a little better. And yeah, apologies. I just actually put my set of objectives together yesterday. I haven't painted them or anything yet, but hey, you get the idea of that. And then where's all my measure sticks? Measure sticks. So how long have you been running this list, Brian?
This is actually the second time I've run it. I
Okay.
tried to run it last Saturday for the first. It's actually the second time I've run Leia or Fleet Troopers. So we're going to see if I learned lessons from the first time, where I utterly failed at Fleet Troopering. I threw them way too far forward, and then they just got myrtleated.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
Oh, is that when you were playing John?
yeah, that was when I was playing
okay,
John.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So,
I need to learn that lesson with T-47s, and I just want them to run forward and do things, and then they just get shot.
I think when if I ever get into a Grand Army situation, I would love to have a T-47 or two.
Yeah.
Add to the capacity.
If they just had like 2 more health, I think it would be
Yes.
so good.
Because the problem is that they, in my mind, they get to the threshold super fast.
Right.
And then they
Yeah,
just
they
become
do.
useless. They become useless heaps of junk at that point.
And Emperor help you if you ever lose your main weapon on that breakdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually it's pretty much the end of the road for them anyways once they're getting to that threshold.
Yeah. I mean, the best that could happen with that is that they lose their movement, but then the compulsory move is already fine for that.
Yeah,
So-
and actually that's what happened yesterday was it got the double cost move, so it was like, okay, I'll just compulsory and hopefully just shoot the crap out of something before it dies. But I kept putting shots into, I was playing Daniel, and I was putting shots into his veers, but he had like all these troopers around him and kept guarding him, and he was just soaking all the damage up, and I was like, oh, goodness, feels bad, man.
It hurts.
Yeah, dude.
Before we get to placement, I just want to triple check what stuff looks like.
Sure.
Area terrain, difficult terrain, plus light cover. Question.
You want to do difficult light cover?
Yeah, for
Okay,
the
that's fine.
the trees.
Yeah, we can do that.
Hard cover 2 for the
Yep.
for those
Walls,
guys.
Yep. And
Cover 2 for anything with like windows, like
Yeah,
those guys.
that kind of stuff.
So, and then like obviously difficult terrain because it acts like a barricade
Sure.
to roll through. Okay, cool. That makes sense. I just like to get that like out of the way. Like,
no,
early
I
on,
mean you
because-
should absolutely do that before the game starts, so you don't have like, oh wait,
Oh.
like me and Daniel. We were playing with these, but we were playing them as the light woods, which we always thought was difficult, but it's
Oh.
actually no movement modifiers, but still light cover.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played area terrain as anything but difficult. So.
There's so many different game systems that use that as like it is a difficult terrain thing.
Got it.
That it's just kind of confusing. Do you want to double check the objectives there and make sure they're all
Sure.
spaced out properly? I would appreciate. As I fish out the last of my Stormy Troopers.
That's fine.
I toyed with the idea of taking Vader again tonight, but I was like, what if I took something good instead?
You mean Vader's not good?
Oh, no. I don't, oh, God, look,
Yeah.
He chokes me.
Saber throw, and then everything goes
Yeah.
right to pot.
I was like, well, Vader or like 2 units of bikes. Let's do the bikes. I haven't played bikes in a while. And okay, I think that is. Oh, one more storming trooper.
One more storming trooper.
And I think that is all. Oh, and the bikes. Of course,
And
the
the
bikes.
So we score with him being range 1 of the objective token?
Yeah, I believe that's what it says. I've got to check the card. It's been a little while since I played this scenario. But hey, if you're just joining us, my name's Matt, and I'm playing Bryan tonight in Star Wars Legion. We're doing an 800-point game. I'm playing Imperials, and he's playing Rebels. If you have any questions, I'm monitoring chat here, so please feel free to speak up. Let us know. Other than that, super fun game. I'm very excited for this.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is everything else good? Looking all
Appears to
right?
be good.
Okay, I will start placing. Oh, let me get my range rulers out so I can know where to place you guys. That would help.
That might help.
Round counters, order tokens. It's all the accoutrement that always takes so long to get rolling with this game, unfortunately. But it is what it is.
Oh, you got the fancy turn counter.
Yeah, I stole that from Star Wars LCG kit. And I like it for a round counter because it's cool. It's super cool.
And you've got the acrylic. Nerd envy.
But you've got the painted range things, the movement guys. And
yeah.
You've got actual like little challenge coin cups for your order tokens, which I still need to get.
Yeah.
We're looking at maybe getting some poker chips made up.
Oh, that'd be cool.
For different order things.
That'd be super cool.
Maybe do that for a store champs or a regional if we happen to get it. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So I do have painted range ruler incoming, but my wife just finished it. I have to put the lacquer on.
Oh, nice.
So.
I broke my range ruler last night, so that's where our worlds differ.
Wow.
Yeah. We'll see if it. I tried to glue it back together. We'll see if it hangs out tonight.
You're not supposed to Happy Gilmore the range ruler.
Yeah.
Generally.
I was pretending I was making an ad for Subway. Took a big old bite out of it. So. That's the Happy Gilmore we're talking about, right?
Yes.
This big, fresh, meaty range ruler. So is it 3 up the board?
It is. I believe it's. Let's see. It is 3 up the board. Yes.
Tokyo Cafe open?
It is. It is. They are back from vacation. Tokyo Cafe. Don't let your cafes be anything but Tokyo here in North Las Vegas. All right. Hey, Pixel, how's it going, man? Did you get some games in? Pixel Brain has joined us and is returning from the game shop. Oh.
Sorry about that.
So they just want to push these condition cards up so people can actually see them.
Okay.
Put those out of the way. But
get them into
these
the
are the ones
shop.
we're doing. We're doing major offensive, well, set up in this configuration with limited visibility, intercept the transmission. So. Okay, so I've got the first deployment. So I'm going to go ahead. First stormtrooper unit. Hey, let's put him behind the wall. Seems like a thing to do.
Yeah. That's a good point. What do I want to do? Oh. I want to drop that guy.
I mean, mission accomplished. Then.
Yeah, that's exactly
Consider
it.
him dropped.
Consider him dropped. All right, and also consider this unit placed. Super good on the.
Had to get a case with foam for my corn marines. Oh gosh, yeah. I also have part of overroot power break off from being in a box loose. Yeah, it's one of those things that you hate to spend money on stuff that isn't models, but quality of life. That's one of those things I'm going through. And I'm slowly getting all of my different games that I own armies for painted up, and I want to have like a case dedicated to each of them so I can just grab and go. It's so much money though, but it's just one of those quality of life things that you hope pays for itself later on.
Placed. Did you place the second one?
I have placed not a second one yet. I think what I shall do is place another unit of storming troopers behind the wall because that's where they live. That's where it's their spawning beds.
Ah, that's their spawning beds.
Yes.
I see.
They return there each year in order to lay eggs for other stormtroopers to be born.
Yes. All right.
It's just nature.
It's just nature. It's just how that goes. So we'll go with.
Oh man, here's a bunch of white dice that I don't want to see come my way.
That's fine. It's fine. They love you. They're good
They
friends.
do. They have aggressive hugs. Is all I'll say
very
about them.
aggressive hugs, and I will call that.
They make it not feel good, and it's really awkward.
Yes.
And I'm like, where did this boner come from? But they know. They know what they did.
Yes.
All right. More guys on the field. How about more stormtroopers? How about that?
Works for me.
Do I want a Fanta? I think I do.
Want a Fanta?
I do want a Fanta.
Want a Fanta?
Want a Fanta? I do.
All right.
Sounds great. I can get one of those here in a second. All right. Over to you. For 3 drop for you.
I'm looking at stuff. Pay you no, never mind too.
I've already forgotten everything.
All right, that's good.
Do not worry about that. I know nothing.
Where do I want the most thematically appropriate painted guys to be placed?
In prison.
Whoa!
Who said that?
It's pretty.
I mean,
it's pretty janky.
have you ever heard of a lawful rebellion?
No.
Everybody breaks the rules to rebel.
There we go. We'll do. And
but hey, Pixel, you may be interested, and actually for everybody else watching, we're going to be adding a dedicated stream night on Wednesday nights starting earlier in the day, so if you guys are like East Coast or whatnot. But 5 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday, we're going to be focusing on Games Workshop stuff. So we'll be rotating between Age of Sigmar, I think is the first one we'll do, then 40K, then some Shadespire, then whatever, and Necromunda, whatever people are interested in. But so we're going to be streaming twice a week now, and very excited for that. If you caught the vodcast from last week, Joe's going to be joining me on a more permanent basis. So yeah, it's going to be very cool. Our Age of Sigmar League at the store has been blowing up, and it just seems... Take advantage of it, let's stream some games. It should be a lot of fun. Okay, so sorry, back to my guy. Now that I'm done monologuing. I've been doing my
they got you monologuing.
Yeah, they got you monologuing, man. That's embarrassing. All right, so more Storming Troopers.
All right.
I feel like they're being a little bit too... A little cover light over here. I gotta move and take some... Actually, no, we're gonna scoot them down next to these fellas. A team that trusts is a team that triumphs.
I think it's the team that has the greatest. Do you mind if I move that trooper just?
Oh yeah, no, help yourself. Okay. Relax, stream. We're not competing here.
What? We're not.
We're totally competing. No.
If this isn't competitive, this isn't life. I'm quitting. I'm gonna table flip. Right
Got a crash course in how nasty a few squads of Plague Marines are. Oh man, the Death Guard, especially in 8th edition, one of their flagship kind of units, they just seem super nasty.
Please.
Okay. You do much 40K, Brian?
No.
Oh, really?
I played it once. I got brothel pwned.
I mean, as is appropriate for 40K, yeah.
I never went back. The issue that I had with it is my opponent does their
Veers.
stuff and then veers. All right.
Yeah, the opponent does all their stuff.
Yeah.
And if you've got things left, then you get to do your
Yeah,
stuff.
like that feels a little.
It does feel like, especially the Legion, trading back and forth with the priorities and the shifting strategy is a little bit more gentlemanly than Leaf Blower. Hope you guys were in cover and didn't expect to go first.
Yeah.
But 40K is still a really, really awesome game, and I do enjoy playing it. Slowly accumulating a Knights army, because that's what everybody does these days, right? Knights?
Is that what I want to do? Yeah, placed. We'll do that. It's fine. We're all gonna die.
Okay.
It's a bad plan, but.
So you're going to be jumping on the Rebel Commandos when they come out?
I definitely am.
Yeah, they seem pretty
excited.
good.
I'm excited to add variability in lists. That'll be a big deal for me because at this point,
we're limited. I mean, it is a little limited right now.
And yeah, like that's a big deal. I at least definitely want to paint them. That's a.
Did you get to listen to last night's Outrider podcast?
I have yet to. I'm actually catching up. I just I'm literally in the middle, like the last 8 minutes of the one on Empire.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or,
Palpatine and all that. Yeah,
dropping.
I'm excited for those.
The melee. Oh God, why am I playing Rebel?
So
release.
actually, it's funny you say that because the one little concession they gave us to kind of a preview is they did confirm that there is going to be a Rebel melee unit coming very soon.
Oh,
so
well, all right then.
We're very excited.
That does. Make
And
me
I of
excited.
course went Wookiees, and
Wookiees?
they're like,
And they're like, we
Rebel
can't confirm.
Melee coming soon.
Rebel Melee
Yeah.
coming soon.
I mean, we all knew it was coming, but still, it's nice to have them confirm that.
Yes, that actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Luke has
Hey,
been.
Creel, like, get over here with your staff of Ra and open this note.
So my biggest problem with it, like, I would take Luke very early on in the game. I would take Luke and just throw him as far forward, and like the rest of the squads.
Halcyon days of the first month of
Yeah,
release.
right. It's like I'm gonna throw Luke forward, and then like
Yeah.
everything's like, no, that's a terrible plan. You should not do that.
Destroy castle. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's actually a good call, Pixel. Yeah, the destroyed castle pieces, they're all part of like the City Ruin set from Games Workshop because they have some of the best terrain and like only terrain that you can get out there. You know, other than I guess a lot of people are doing 3D printing now.
Yeah,
You've been
yeah.
doing a lot of stuff with acrylics. Actually, the X-Wing piece, I don't know if you can see it all the way down at the bottom of the board, but Bryan made that.
Yep, that was 3D printed, and then
Hopefully Fantasy Play will come out with some more like terrain-y type stuff because it always is nice to... Not everybody has the patience to sit down and spend 30 hours making a beautiful looking board.
yeah.
Which there's some amazing boards out there. If you guys are on the Legion Facebook groups at all, people are doing some amazing work. It's really great stuff. But,
I mean, you mean barricades aren't enough?
no, it turns out there's more to life than barricades. Don't tell Josh that.
Yeah.
I think it'll rupture his worldview.
Well, so one of my things with the barricades piece is is if there are barricades there, then there should be people manning them. So the idea that we're coming from two different sides of the boards or whatever is like kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
Whereas like the more natural looking terrain seems to be.
They should have handles on them so you can pick them up and move them down the field.
Yeah,
as
that
you
would
go.
be that would be good. That would be good. And that is
Get some
Leia place.
Wheel casters on there. All right, there's Leia. This is looking really bad. There's a lot of shots coming my way very soon. Well, I guess I'm down to ATST, so ATST, I guess.
All right.
Here we go.
It's a lot of board
We got
coverage.
Castle Kickass over here, Fort Kickass going up in the corner.
Yeah.
Don't come near me, rebels, because I don't want to die.
It's fine. It's fine. What am I thinking?
But no, my Iron Jaws list
Do you
is
mind if I
almost done.
measure?
Yeah, help
the
yourself,
AP?
man. Dude, no stress. Iron Jaws for Age of Sigmar is almost done and built. Hopefully John will be getting that painted soon. Got the Iron Knights almost done. Got my Kaya list for War Machine, so got a little bit of everything going on right now. The Legion is still number one. Number one.
I shuffled those guys just so you
Sure.
know. And
He's all right.
actually, you don't have any more placements, do you?
No, I am completely
okay.
out,
Well,
sir.
then, in
Let
that
me
case-
make sure I got all my order tokens I need, and then you can place away, placer.
All right. So
ATST, bikes, Veers, troopers, not Vader, troopers, not other ATST, troopers. Who's the other?
Hold on. What am I thinking?
Oh, because I got two Vaders, right? Because I bought two core sets. Smart. That's it. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3. As is classic me, I just kind of slapped this list together, and because I want to try some stuff. Like I hadn't played bikes in a while, so I want to get them back on the field. Mostly because I got raffle stomped by him last night by Daniel. Daniel, if you're watching, I hate your list so much. It is literally like the leanest, meanest, Empire list that you can do right now. Veers, 6 squads of troops with DLTs, extra stormtroopers, and 30 freaking bike squads. It is the meanest list I can think of. So I was like, we'll play some bikes. I still got my ATST because what's the point of playing Empire if you don't have ATSTs, is what I say. I mean, the point is you might want to win, but, I'm not concerned with such things.
That, I don't do that. That. Oh, this indecision's killing me. One,
Oh,
two,
no.
three, just make a choice.
Indecision paralysis.
You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's a game.
fine. It's fine.
War is heck. War is
Yeah.
heck. We're gonna do that, and I'm gonna fine tune quite literally.
They were out of lids at my Starbucks.
Yes.
War is hell.
War is hell. The trees we can move to accommodate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just the
It's thematically appropriate.
yeah, it just looks good for the area terrain. That's literally all they're doing. Ignore them. Otherwise.
Pay no attention to the man behind you.
Okay, well, I think then we are all set, ready to go to turn 1 here. So, good luck, sir.
All right.
And let's get on those command cards. If you guys want to send me any suggestions, I am not above cheating. I will definitely highlight that I am cheating by listening to the audience suggestions.
And I'm at a disadvantage because I can't even see the screen.
Oh no, I'll tell you, don't worry.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Plugging yourself into the hive mind.
Yeah, if I can outsource my brain. It's only upside for me. Now, if I was a Han player right now, which I will be, but not right now.
All right.
What happened to your ATR to you? He walks with a limp.
He's action posing
He's-
over the
oh,
blocks
yeah.
that don't exist.
He's got some of that gangster swagger going
Yeah,
on.
he's got that swagger. I think I got his swagger back.
Okay, so we got maximum firepower.
Of
And-
course.
Cool. Let me readjust the camera so we can get it focused on the dice trays.
All right.
And shifting camera, shifting camera, shifting camera. Double check. We're lined up here in a second. Let's look, we can see the tray. Cool, very cool. I'll put my maximum firepower down there. And we're on round 1. I'll be playing first. Let's see that on there. Is that? Not really, but. Turn counter 1. There we go. Okay. So, mine says put 1 on General Veers. General Veers, you've got a token. Well done, sir.
Do the thing.
I, as the dumb, I've already forgotten playing limited visibility. There it is, guys. We haven't even really started the game, and I've already made a critical error. Thanks, Hive Mind. You're letting me down. So, maximum firepower. I can't shoot past range 2. You tricked me, sir.
I
You
didn't
did your
even
Jedi mind
realize it.
tricks. And I went for it. Oh, poor little me.
Brutal.
It would have just missed anyways. Okay, so gonna go ahead and go with Veers then. He's going to activate,
Going to activate.
and he's gonna. And we said we're doing the trees is difficult, so he's going to. Oops. Oh. He's gonna stop just outside the trees. And then he's going to hand out some accuracy tokens. Well, it doesn't really matter actually. He's just going to take a dodge. Because again, limited visibility. Oh, I hate it. It burns us, my precious.
It does. All right. Trooper.
Literally 0 activations of the game. Already making critical mistakes. I'm so proud of myself.
Amen. I'm activating White Squad here.
Here we go.
I want that. Yes, I do. I can move through up the board, but I think I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Actually, am I? Question. That's action 1. Action 2 is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do nothing, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, second move, I'm just going to tuck him up against the stuff. There we go. Alright. Great.
I think I had a members only jacket that color when I was a kid in the 80s.
Yeah?
It was totally sweet, just like those. All right, I'm going to do some random pull. And it's going to be this one, Troops. All right, so difficult terrain through the forest. Squad Dingo HO Baby is going to activate.
Dingoes ate my baby!
Dingoes HO Baby. He's going to move on, hustle through the forest to grandmother's house. I'm going to slingshot these guys in the cover. Because he's a good squad leader. He cares for his troops.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're just people in the Empire, man. And they're on range there, so they are done. And
You mean
replace
they're
the
not
forest. Leave the forest in the same condition or better that you found it.
Yes.
Because they were in the Imperial Scouting program as well.
Yes. I have questions about range. I'm going to ask them of my range manager. Alright, cool. Alright. So, what I'm going to do...
Oh, so what you have on your ATRTs, you got rotary, you got flamethrower,
flame, and rotary.
and rotary. Okay,
Yeah.
brutal.
So,
Brutal.
I'm going to activate Leia.
Uh-huh.
And Leia is going to... Leia has environmental terrain, so I can ignore the difficultness. But I'm not going to do that here. To quote a Saturday Night Live impression of the president, wouldn't be prudent.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Not at this juncture.
Alright, so it appears...
Have you seen the new Dana Carvey special?
I have. It's good.
It's good. It's just he hasn't updated any of his comedy since the 90s. So if you like 90s Dana Carvey, his new special is spot on.
Spot on. Exactly what you want.
I gotta say, I love the Steve Martin one too. With,
Yes.
Martin Short. They're actually going to be in town here soon. I'm thinking about trying to catch them.
Yeah, my wife is super excited about that actually. So
He is a heck of a banjo player,
he is.
and Martin Short is a heck of a bagpipe. So. All right, random. We got a support. I didn't want supports yet.
Hold on 2 seconds.
Yep.
I'm sorry if you don't mind.
No, what's up?
Leia's command ability. Once Leia has done with her activation, I may pick and choose a friendly unit at range 1 to 2 with face-up order token and do the thing.
Oh, yeah. Of course, your command card. You should at least be able to use your command
should be
card,
able
just
to
because
at
I
least.
was dumb about mine.
So my plan was to activate these guys. I was like, why am I confused? There's a thing that I should have been doing, and it's this
It's
all
always
along.
tough to...
So I'm activating these guys.
Okay.
I believe that puts me in base contact with the stuff.
Yep,
Not
yep.
that super
Not
matters.
that it really means a lot.
But I'm gonna throw those guys
It is
into cover.
true.
As and then for my next trick,
I'm able to see down the board very well for you. I'm going to tilt up the camera a little bit. Sorry, guys. See if make sure we're not missing any of Brian's. That might be a little bit better.
let's make certain cohesion is correct. Cohesion is happy.
Okay, I can see it a little bit better now. Sorry
And
about that.
I think what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to stand by.
What? No, don't stand by. It's a trap.
Thinking it's a thing. All right, so that's standby and a name because fleet troopers.
You gods. All right. Well. Okay. So compulsory move means I need to stay out of range 2? Because I believe they went and confirmed that it will still trigger standby, right?
Yes. They have confirmed that.
That is a good ambush spot you set for me. I'm going to try my best to avoid it.
I did exactly what I wanted to do with it.
You're getting me off my approach vector that I wanted to set up because I really don't want to run into those guys and have them shoot at me with aim. Because that is horse feathers.
Yes.
Horse feathers, sir.
So, like I said earlier, this is the Rebels' only implementation of maximum firepower, because it is quite literally the max amount of dice that I could theoretically possibly throw.
Wow.
I mean, max amount of... Well, theoretically I could do flamethrowers on the double ATR, or 2 of the ATRTs and get a little bit more dice, but
You're all
the usefulness
getting
is pretty low.
scientific and mean on me.
Oh,
Nope, looks like
Nope.
we're still good. Okay,
yep,
cool.
you are in a happy spot.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Let's not go crazy now. But I think, man, I don't even want to engage close enough to get up. So I think they're just gonna do a one move. Actually, they're gonna do a pivot.
Okay.
A pivot. I'd
Pivot?
say. And then they're gonna dodge.
Okay. Interesting option. All right.
Well, see, I can't shoot to range 2 because of the heavy cover, and I don't want to trigger those guys, and I don't want to get close enough to these guys because they haven't activated at all, and they just decimated. That's my thinking on this anyway, so if you think I'm crazy, please leave a comment below. What should I have
bikes
done
a
there?
range 3 on their main weapons?
They're range 3 on their main weapons.
Okay, all right.
But, I mean, you can't shoot range 2 this turn.
That's right. Limited visibility.
Yeah, that thing that I
The
keep
thing
forgetting
that I
about
specifically
too.
chose for that feature, it's got a thing that does stuff.
I'm going to get tattooed on my forehead, so I was like, oh, yeah, limited visibility.
Do the thing.
Messes up Imperials so hard.
Do the thing. Oh yeah, no, that's.
Man, I want my E-Webs to come out already.
I
want Boba Fett to come out. Holy cow.
I am jelly of your mobile emplacements.
Yeah.
So,
Although I am going to definitely field a laser cannon for my Rebel list when it comes out, just because it's so Star Wars.
it's so Star Wars.
It is much Star Wars. Oops, and let me put that face down. So it's not cheating.
What do I want to do? I know what I want to do.
I want
Support.
to zoom.
And a boom boom, and just
Check it out.
move the support.
Oh god. At 2 ATRT?
Yes. He loves you.
Warm hugs.
Warm hugs. So the other thing about this list is there's so much rotary goodness that I also like to call it the "Let me sing you the song of my people," and it goes whir.
Yeah. Brrr. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Related to A10's previous incarnation.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, magnetic base, you have failed me. I'm actually gonna pull you back
Stop there. Yeah,
just
makes
a
sense.
little bit.
So if I have to shoot them, that means I'll be shot in the face by those guards first.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Magnet base. Let me.
Magna base.
I'm pointing it at the troopers, just menacingly. He may even be worrying it up at the time.
Oh god.
Yeah, so that's double move activation for that gentleman.
ATRTs are made of Canadian geese. They just hiss and spit at people. Alright, random off the top.
Random
More
off the
troop.
top.
More troop. Alright. This troop. Oh, why did I put the commander in the back? Why do I gotta do that? Man. I corrected one of my other squads that I had done that for during deployment, and then I missed this one. Sloppy planning.
That must be the one of the downfalls of playing Imperial fascists is that they all look alike. So I get the happiness of the.
How dare you!
Whoa! I didn't realize that I was striking a chord.
Yeah,
That was.
these Alderanian Americans
Look.
did not come here across the galaxy to have you
Besmirch their reputation.
Oh, it's already been besmirched.
Yeah, it's been besmirched.
That's the reason Alderaan got blown up, because it's just
Whoa.
full of jerks, self-righteous jerks.
Self-righteous jerks.
Yeah.
Half these people are from Alderaan. Way to be insensitive, man.
Oh no,
That's
I mean,
terrible. Troopers, by the way, I'm going to activate this squad of...
shouldn't you be breeding or something, trying to resurrect your people?
I mean, there's something to be said for that. There is something to be said for that, but... Yeah, I think...
Actually, God, I need to finish the Aftermath books, because there was actually a segment they were talking about it in there with... they had basically, there's a flotilla mining the asteroids of where Alderaan used to be, with the remaining people that happen to be off planet from Alderaan, kind of grouping up and trying to.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm wondering what happened to that. How they're all doing out there?
How y'all doing out there?
Out in space.
In space.
Man, that's a lot of guys there. I gotta
That's a lot
say.
of guys there. And range looks like 2 to those guys.
Yeah, you
2
sure
to those
got it.
guys. I'm gonna, let's see. Those guys look like they're gonna hang out in cover. These guys seem like I get all of them without cover, right?
I don't think either of those guys are going to be
Yeah.
in cover for you, so
So
it's dealer's choice there.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let those guys hang out outside of cover, and I'm gonna blast those guys. So
Okay.
that's a move. So I moved and shot, or I'm shooting. So let's see, fleet troopers. I get 10 white and 2 red.
Okay.
All right. Oh my gosh, I get to roll dice. That's the only reason I play this game.
Yeah.
It's just endless dice rolls. So that's 6.
There is a lot of
7,
dice
8.
rolls. A lot of times for the dice to let you down.
Yes. Yes.
Or make you go woohoo.
Woohoo!
But mostly let you down.
All right, so I have 2 more white dice that I need to roll that are not part of this pool because I only have 8.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll the 2 red, which are happy. White dice do white dice things. I'm going to take these 2 out. And that's 5 hits and 1 crit inbound.
That is a lot. That is a potential squad wipeout, because Lord knows that's happened to me before.
4.
Fleet guard, so good. Why did I get that close? Because they were hiding behind the woods I didn't see. They're very sneaky, these guards.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. We need... Was it 6 you said?
It is 6 total.
Okay.
5 hits and 1 crit.
Alright, here we go. Show me blocks.
Hoo!
Okay, well,
So you
4.
take 2.
I'll take 2. That
Okay.
actually could have been a lot worse.
That could have been. That was...
I'll take above average.
When you drop it and it's all paint, it makes me...
Was it these guys?
Yeah, it was...
Okay.
That's what it...
Cool.
Ooh, that was all paint. Whew. All right. You did good, guys. You did good. You did good.
We are the good guys.
Yeah, we are the good guys.
Wait, no. We're the good guys.
I'm on the brute squad.
We are the good squad. Alright. So off the top, here we go. Trips.
Trooper.
Trooper.
Trooper. So I was listening to a podcast the other day. That's from
Robot chicken.
Robot Chicken?
Yes, sir.
I have never heard that.
If you ever go, I mean, even on like YouTube, you can just do Robot Chicken Star Wars episodes.
And somehow I
They're
missed
all
those
in
back in
there.
the day. All right.
There's so much good Star Wars stuff in there. Dr. Ball is my very favorite. Good God, man. So they're going to move 1, and then they're going to move 2. Seth Green, as it turns out, is a big Star Wars fan. It's fun stuff. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And they're done.
All right. I don't know why I'm looking at the thing when I have yet to draw a token. Draw that token. Troopers. Now, which trooper do I want to move? I think I want to move.
You should move a trooper.
I should move a trooper. I think I'm going to move. So the area terrain is difficult terrain, so...
Onesies.
So if I do that, there's no way for me to get out of that.
So you got 3 units of fleet guard?
2 units of fleet guard.
Oh,
This is
sorry.
just-
I
this
saw
is
the
just, white
Duros
helmets.
out of the corner there. It looked
Yeah.
like the scattergun trooper, but never mind.
Yeah, that's
2 units, still, a little good. I think if you're going to run 6 units to a fleet, it's pretty good.
Yes.
Nice ratio.
I enjoy it. So I'm going to keep these guys in the thing.
Just hiding in the woods.
So since it's their activation, I can check this, right? Is that?
Yeah. You can check movement on the unit you are activating.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'm going to leave you guys hanging out there, but because I want to make room for the ATRT, I'm going to spread you out just a tiny bit, give you some love. Let's double check that is within the stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of love there. There's a lot of love there. You can go ahead and...
Very nice.
Very nice.
Z6 is so bad.
Z6.
So bad.
He's got a lot of love for you. So that was a move. I think, what am I going to do? I think I want to roll some dice. So...
Seems fair.
Who gets heavy cover? This squad and this squad from here?
Yes.
Yes, because the thing.
Yes.
So I'm gonna throw some suppression on that squad there.
The one that's already taking,
The one that's already
grieving
taking-
their losses already.
Yes, yeah,
Man,
yeah.
why won't you leave them alone?
Because I don't know if you know this, I'm a not a very nice person. So that's
And that's where the rebellion went wrong. They let hate control them.
5,
Should have fought for the things you love instead.
6 white, 5 black. What is it that the average stormtrooper loves? That's
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's
Pork chop sandwiches.
see. All right. That's a surge to nothing and a surge to nothing, and 3 hits, 2 taken away by cover, and so
Onesie?
1 inbound.
All
sir.
right, here we go.
But you know what?
Big
Take
block.
your suppression.
I will definitely take a suppression. And I will
Oh.
kill a guy too.
I'm okay
Oh
with this.
man.
It's the nature of the beast, my friend.
Alright, well they got heavy cover for everyone.
All right. So they got extra heavy cover.
Extra heavy.
Extra heavy cover. I should probably put the activation token for them right by them. I'll make that more.
Okay. And then
Illustrative.
from the random pile, we got more troops. We got more troops, folks.
More troops.
Squad Rubber Chicken is moving up the board.
Rubber chicken.
Yes.
Interesting squad designation.
Well, Rubber Ducky was taken, so
Rubber ducky was taken, so.
it'll be Squad Rubber Chicken.
I've seen somebody hit slapped with a rubber chicken. They are no joke. They leave welts in the shape of chicken feet.
Well, you put your brass knuckles in the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. See, I didn't know that was the secret.
There you go. Now you know the rubber chicken
And knowing
attack.
is half the battle. And we have a support.
The other half is violence.
The other half is violence. So it's been a long while since I've paid attention to forums or whatever. The
Hey, Hambro, what's going on?
Getting some video of you guys.
Oh, cool. Videoing the video?
yeah.
Exciting. How meta.
That up. You're a big fine ATR team back.
And if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, which Amber is now Instagramming at, I think it's Power 9 Games with the number 9 in there.
just out of range. Do I want?
But for Instagram folks, hey, join us on Twitch TV/Frontier Gaming Channel, all one word. Come check us out every Friday night, 7 o'clock PST, and Wednesdays starting at 5. It's a good time.
It is a good time. What am I
I
thinking?
swear it is so.
What do I want to do? What do I want to do?
So I've already made many critical mistakes during this game. I'm very excited. But
It's a
luckily
good
I've got an
time.
ATSD, so
Good time, Pat
that's
Barrow.
going to bail me out of it.
Are you stomping on things yet?
Not yet. He's still hanging out the back of the board like a chucklehead.
So the real question is, do I want to move those guys?
No.
If I do, I suppress them, which I don't necessarily mind. It's round 1. You can't really shoot at me. I've done the thing, but then you get to do the move for them.
How
So
dare
the
you base
question
your
is-
strategies on actual game states?
What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's
Do
ridiculous.
the thing. But I could get myself placed basically right up there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move these guys. So first, I guess I'm gonna displace that group.
Cool.
So
Who's getting all displaced there?
just those dudes and the commander is what it looks
These
like.
guys?
Yeah. No, it was.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I moved these two, and the commander is the other one. So the commander and these two are the ones that are getting displaced. It looks like.
Okay.
Actually,
I mean, your
that
entire
guy too.
base is
Yeah.
yeah. So it looks like all 4 of them.
yeah. So it looks like all 4. So
Okay.
feel free to.
I'm gonna chuck them just over there.
Oh.
Yeah, off the table. They're all dead
the
now.
Duros.
Yeah.
The Duros. I'm assuming you're sticking him. Whatever. It doesn't.
Yeah.
The commander is the one that super matters. So
Yeah.
feel
Yeah,
free.
that's
to...
fine, right?
Okay. Cool.
That's fine.
All right. And happiness is a warm blaster. I want to do that. So theoretically, I ignore cover. That could. Did I do that?
So what am
Is
I
that a
worried?
problem?
I'm more worried about rotary cannons or fleet guard or fleet troopers. I think fleet troopers.
Is that a problem? Or is she?
No, you're fine. That's
Cool. All right. So
don't care.
activated. Activated.
Activated.
Activated.
Hey, there's an ATST.
And
Who's my pal? Can I use a 3 move for him? Is that cool?
Um,
What's that, Rick?
you can, but I'm gonna let you just do one action from here on out with that. Is that a good bargain?
So he's gonna go zoom zoom.
That is exactly the opposite of what I want. I'm just gonna toss that idea out there.
Oh man. Okay, well, gosh darn you, limited visibility.
It's almost like that's the card that I wanted.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh,
I hate
shaking
it so much.
shaking it off. You
All
hate
right,
these hobbitses.
he's gonna take a dodge.
Take a dodge. All
Or a
right.
dodge.
All right. So I
Dodge and dodge.
either have troopers or I have the thing with the stuff. You can theoretically do that. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to activate these. I'm going to random draw the troopers that are in my bag because I've been keeping track of that. See? Random! Ridiculously random. I forgot to put my suppression. Suppression is up.
I'm gonna scream it like it's a question. Random?
And move those guys, move them back. Do the thing. Where do I want to be? What are you doing with your life, sir?
Making his way downtown.
Making his way downtown.
Moving fast.
Downtown. Down. Like the Macklemore song. Oh no. Oh jeez. There we go. It was a terrible plan. Why'd we do it that way? I want to do that. I think that's what I want to do. So that's 2 move. And I want to be able to shoot with the next one. So, all right. Here's what I'm doing. You've got the
Don't
cover.
you do it?
You've got the cover.
Or do it,
Put
I
the
don't
Duros up first because he's naturally more prone to die.
Their bodies are filled with blood.
Yes. All right. So that's double move. That's activation of my troopers.
Random. Hey, look, it's my other bikes. Okay, compulsory. This is gonna be bloody next turn.
Yeah, it's gonna get brutal.
It's gonna be bad, real
It's gonna
bad.
It's going to be not the most best.
Dodge and aim. I don't know.
Dodge and an aim?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it matters. So I don't want to get any closer to those fleet troopers. When they're done, it is all of your activations, sir. Be gentle.
What do I want to do? That's the question. I don't want to do that. Oh, I forgot to move these guys back. Over there, where you tossed them. Not gently.
No, I had my way with them.
You had.
It was rough. They did not enjoy it.
They did not. And that's the thing with the stuff and those guys. All right, so I'm going to randomly draw my last trooper unit. Holy cow. Troopers.
Troopers.
Move that there because that may become important at some point. Move you back. All right, so I do with that. Not in base.
What you do.
Trying to do advanced trigonometry. I think that puts me just on the other side of that fleet trooper.
Isn't that math with Roy Rogers' horse?
Yes. All right, so I think that puts me right there. I don't want to move everyone. Does that seem like...
You're fine.
Cool. All right.
He's good. Oh god, never mind.
Yeah,
Where'd all these troops come from?
Oh god, why? All right, so...
You got in heaven.
Yeah, and pull him back just 2 seconds, and that's cohesion, and that's their activation, and shenanigans.
Ugh, then we got flamethrower bros.
Flamethrower, brah.
Yeah.
It's cool, brah. It's cool. Moved you.
What are you doing, my dude? So closing in on the end of round one right now. We are already getting into grips, even with the limited visibility. There has been massive casualties on the behalf of the Empire, so hopefully we can level the field a little bit next turn. But hey, welcome to the stream, guys. Hope everybody's having an awesome Friday night, if it is your Friday night. But otherwise, my name is Matt from Frontier Gaming Channel and the Legion Outriders podcast. My opponent tonight is Bryan, who is playing the Plucky Rebels. And please do give us a like if you want to get notifications for when we go live. We try to do this every Friday night, starting 7 o'clock PST, and we're adding a Wednesday night stream for All Things Games Workshop, starting at 5 p.m. So stay tuned for that. Lots of board gaming fun. If you have any questions on the game or anything that's happening, or if you spot something we're doing wrong, which I do a lot, please just give us a holler. I'm monitoring chat. So, yeah, we are getting into round 2 now. And you're already looking at your command hands. Man, I need to clear the board still.
I'm just...
So all these tokens go away.
All right.
All the little tokens, and one of the suppression tokens.
One suppression, my aim and my dodge.
I think it needs more bikes. It needs more troopers. I need like another 400 points of guys. At this point.
More dots. Whoa, 400 points.
Yeah, I mean, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I go to my command hand, and it says, "You should be doing maximum firepower now." Well, actually, I shouldn't, because it still wouldn't even work.
Still wouldn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That is a brutal.
That is brutal against Veers.
Yeah, that is the thing to do, I guess.
If it comes up. Now you're forever going to be wondering, did he put that in the mix while you weren't looking?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
All right, so we're going to advance now to round 2, and it is now Bryan's priority. Let's see if we see that on camera. Kinda. It's round 2. Trust us. I promise. Why would I lie about this? It seems silly. This is, Go tell him. It's a good one. You are not prepared.
I am not prepared. I still am not prepared. There's a lot of pain going on here.
The suspense.
The suspense. It is quite.
Oh, because this is probably going to be like the big turn to decide things.
Yeah. That's why I'm giving it a lot of thought. All right. Oh, it's so.
I mean, just wing it out there, man. Just
It's fine.
whatever.
It's fine.
I mean,
It's fine. It's fine.
it's fine.
It's
It's fine.
I don't feel good about this. All right. We good?
Let's do it.
2.
Deucey. So it is your roll because it is round 2 because I started.
So all I need is paint. Is that the?
Yes. Or no, you need the block, but you got it. You got
All
the
right.
block.
I got the block. All right. So. So it is my activation, or is do the things. And with that
All right,
is.
guys, I needed to go first there. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so I get 2 vehicle tokens.
So 2 troopers.
So I'm going to put them both on my bikes because I feel like I can win or lose this game on these bikes right now. Not to put too much emphasis on the bikes.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I get it. The bikes are the backbone of everything I hate
They do
about
so
it.
many things, yeah.
They do so many.
So when a
so
friendly
many
vehicle
happy
unit
things.
is issued an order, it gains 1 dodge token. And I can spend dodge tokens to cancel crits. So that sounds fabulous, and I love it. So we both have dodge tokens.
So I have the ability
Ding,
to
ding.
get them to move. I also have.
Hey, you guys see any lightsabers out of there? No? Okay, cool. Let's go.
What?
Any Ewoks? No Ewoks, huh? Okay.
I'm going to use the command hand card to give them a speed 1 move.
Oh boy.
That's fine.
I think this is gonna be fine, guys. This is gonna be real bad. Real bad.
I'm going to keep them in.
Because he gets the first unit activation. And I get a rock.
Is that within? This one is not. This one is not.
Little scoochy scooch.
Little scoochy boochies. You're gonna do the scoochy boochies.
Is that what he's saying there? I've had it wrong all this time.
I think that's in cohesion.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, cool. All right. So that was that. Actually, I did not take that option with these folks. Just so you know.
Okay.
Clear on that.
Yeah, I mean, you can jump over the wall if you want. I encourage
No,
you.
I'm cool.
Are you
It's
sure?
cool, bro.
Are you
It's-
sure?
It's cool, bro. We're
right.
good. We're good.
I mean, just leaving it out there.
Yeah, we're good. All right. So first unit activating. What do I want to do?
It's Leia, right?
No, it's two troopers, which is not Leia. I mean, I could have put it on Leia, but I didn't.
Leia could be troopers. You
So-
can't tell her what to do.
The real question is, do I want a murder face here, or do I want to? Are you in range?
Draw a random token. Sure, let's do that.
You are in range too.
Yes, I am.
I think I kinda. Yeah, that.
So this is part of the priority decision that makes Legion such an interesting game because
there's a lot of love going on
because
over
of
here.
the trading nature of the activations.
And you did not activate the ATST?
I did
Or you
not.
put one on
I did
the
not.
ATST?
They're both on my speeder bikes.
And
Speeder bikins.
that's a dodge?
That is a dodge.
That is a dodge.
They get dodges when I put tokens on them. Yeah. They tried spinning. That's a good trick. Ding ding.
Do the thing. All right.
Well, it looks like we're dropping a few packets tonight, so sorry if that's interrupting audio or anything like that. But it just happens this time of year with the internet connections, with the monsoons and the winds and all that kind of
And the
stuff.
things.
Yeah.
Do I get the ability to do the thing with the stuff? Can I hit them? Yeah, I can hit them without.
Yeah, you can hit them.
Cover one. Right?
Yeah,
because
I
of the
mean,
speed
yeah,
brakes.
cover one.
Yeah. So All right, I want to do their standby, which would give me happiness, so I could do aim and then standby. But I don't want to do that because that'll lose me all the things. So I'm gonna put my tokens in my random draw bag, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna aim fire with them at the gentleman, at speeder bikes that are here.
Those guys.
Those
Okay.
guys. So this is
Speeder bike 2.
2, 4, 6, 8, and 2 red. So this is an aim token. So we're keeping clear. I have 2 more white dice that get rolled because I only have 8 white
You
dice.
got it, man. A lot of dice.
That is a lot of dice. So let's see.
3 so far.
Let's see. That's 2 hits and 2 surges. So I'm going to roll my next 2 white dice. Those are happy. I'm going to spend my aim token. Is that 1 or 2 dice? 1, 2?
2.
2.
For aim. Yeah.
All right. So, and that's 1 more hit. So, what I have is. Do we surge to crit on those guys?
You search to hit.
We surge to hit. So, that is 2, 4, 6, plus 1 crit. 1 goes away for cover. So you have
Then I
2,
will
4,
dodge
6.
1.
Dodge 1. So you have 5 inbound.
Yikes! I need at least 3 paints here. With my white dice, I don't know. We'll see. I really don't want to lose combat effectiveness this early. Or I will just blank them all. How about that?
Okay. Wow.
I'll meet you halfway and just not roll anything. How about that?
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
So that happened. Gotta say, I'm not terribly well pleased. That's a bit of a bummer, as we say in the Imperial oppression business.
That should actually be 2, because I have 5 hits coming in at you, right?
So 3 to this guy to kill him, and then he's got 2 on there.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah.
Sigh.
I didn't see it stacked. All right, so that
And
was
that's what I knew was going to happen when he got the first activation.
trooper activation. Yeah.
Yep. Not much to be done about that. So what you're saying is I should have gone with the double ATST.
That I think might have wrecked this list. This list is very anti-personnel.
All right, now you got so many dice. That's kind of what kills bikes, as it turns out.
Yeah, a lot of dice.
All right, so units moving up, and they're going to shoot that front unit of rebels there before they open fire and just finish them off. And they're going to aim.
Yep.
Because they can. And they're going to do what bikes do best, and hopefully obliterate some fools.
So I don't think I picked this token up from last round.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Cool.
Toss it in the pot before I
didn't want to do something and come off shady.
No, you're good.
You good?
All right, double checking. It's been a while. Yep, so 2 of each. There we go. Big numbers, no whammy.
It's fine. They got cover 1, so
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll. They surge to hits. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll this one.
okay.
Nope.
Alright.
So whatever goes away for cover, so 4.
All right.
If you just want to fail all of those, that would be fantastic, and I would not be upset with you at all.
White dice are going to do white dice things, which are thusly.
There it is.
There it is.
I know that feels.
Woo! 2, 3.
And we're on the board. Yay!
Oh, good job.
Too little,
Good
too
job.
late? Probably.
All right. So and
they
go
use
ahead and roll
that-
their suppression.
Game.
Yeah.
Okay. And your activation, sir.
All right. What do I want to do? I could activate those guys. Do I want to throw some fire down the way? Like those guys. It's too good to not put the dice
Yeah,
out there.
no, I know.
So-
I got sucked into that so bad. That was a really bad planning on my part. I was focusing more on your units that were over here. I wasn't really paying attention to them. Like, oh, they can just run up, grab the wall, and suddenly I'm stuck out in no man's land.
Yeah.
So
So I'm gonna have to activate these guys.
you got it.
Do I want? I'm gonna have to
Yep.
fire there.
Nope,
Yeah,
makes
that's-
sense.
That's the way it goes. That's how that cookie is crumbling.
No, the cookies.
Yes, not the cookies. All right, so yet again,
This is only fair because I betrayed my Imperial roots and played Rebels last night. poorly. And now the Emperor is displeased with me and is making me make bad choices.
oh, it's all right.
It's really not my fault.
It's a great appeal to authority there.
Yes,
All right,
no,
so I get 2 extra white dice from what I roll because reasons. Ooh, that is brutal.
I will grip on any logical fallacy I can to make myself feel better.
All right, so I surge to hit. That I'll just move. That is brutal, and I've yet to roll
Do
my
not
red.
want. Oh no! But wait, there's
And
more.
I'm going to take my aim and reroll 2, and that is 1 crit. So 1,
mean, you
2,
guys are
3,
seeing
4,
this,
5,
right?
6, 9.
9. That's not even a flamethrower.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a much shorter stream tonight than we anticipated. I don't have 9 dice, man. I'm sorry. I'll roll 6, and we'll call that good. How about that? That seems fair. All right, here's the first 6. Holy crap! All right, Stormtrooper Marines. Well, so we're
it's-
exactly even so far. So
Alright.
3 dead, and then the last 3. And then, so 5 dead total. Fantastic.
And not to add insult to injury.
No,
but
go ahead
suppression.
and add it. No, please, insult me.
Feel free.
Can't help but think a real player would have put those guys in that situation. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Oh,
It's red dice. They're defense dice.
it's good to be humbled once in a while. I've been on a good streak, and then I've forgotten that, you can't just rely on your red dice to get you out of every bad situation.
All right, so that's Fleet Trooper activation.
I was like, I'm going to go take the hill over there, get behind the walls, and it'll be great. It's like, oh wait, those guys are way closer, and they can shoot me when I move up there. Good planning. All right, here we go. We're going to go with Stormtrooper unit,
All right.
or the scout bike, the
Okay.
one guy left with
one
one
guy
life
left.
left to live. And he's going to do his compulsory move, because it's not just a good idea, it's the law. Yep, don't you move. Don't you do it. It's going to do this number. Kerchew.
All right. Oof, that's a lot of pain.
Do I want some sweet revenge on the fleet guard? I do, as it turns out, yes.
Yeah, that sounds like what
Mostly because I don't want to deal with heavy cover on the last 2 unit there, guys.
Yeah.
But he's going to aim and shoot. If I can knock a few guys out of the fleet troopers, then hey. Here we go. Aiming. I swear there's a token out there because I'm using it now.
How are you getting all that dice with one?
You're
guy?
right. That's just one guy. What am I doing?
Not to. I'm sorry.
No, that was really good. That I am. It's been a long day, folks. What can I say? Okay, I'm full of excuses tonight. Okay, I didn't even have to use the aim.
brutal.
So,
It's brutal.
1 goes away for wood, so that's just 2, sir.
All right.
And here comes the super double dice save.
Oh!
Hey!
Hey! All right, I'll go ahead and do that one and that one. Is that?
That sounds
Is there
fair.
a problem with that?
No
All right,
problems.
Cool. All right.
No
Better-
problems
better on the same
whatsoever,
page
other
there.
than the fact I'm hemorrhaging troops. Hemorrhaging them.
It's not like troopers are important to the game.
No, I mean, that's
No,
not how you win
not how you win.
exactly, by taking the objectives at the end of round 2 and 4 and 6.
Yes, that's not how.
That's
So-
not how we do this.
I'm going to trooper.
If you're watching this later on YouTube, I've probably gotten much better than this.
So, let's see. I can ostensibly throw some fire down that way with those guys. Those guys have moved.
Yep. Do you have any other lazily concealed traps that I can trip into, please?
So
Like a peanut butter cookie under a rock, I think would get me right now.
So
Well, it seems legit. I mean, that's a cookie. I'm going for it.
it looks like I have the ability to fire on those guys with all my troopers.
Go for it, man.
Cool. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and aim fire from Black Squadron.
You got it.
So, all right. So this is 5 black, 6 white. 3, 4, 5. All right. That's a surge to nothing. That's 2 hits. That's a hit and a crit, and 1 more crit. Surge to nothing. So I'm going to discard my aim and do nothing. So you have. This is on the guys in heavy cover over there.
Okay, so 2 go away. That gives me 3.
Yeah.
Here we go. Magical armor saves. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's what they say, right?
All right.
1 suppression.
And
Oh, goodness. Reaching. And suppressing.
I should have killed that guy. I really should have.
You should have.
But
Wait, I don't know. No, don't kill him.
so
I need him.
does that put 3 suppression on those guys, or
That is the
that's
second
it?
one.
Okay, cool. All right,
Because 1 came off last round.
and that's my activation.
Right. So we go to the random pile because it is that time. Ooh, ATSD time. I like it.
Ugh, this is
Yeah.
this is where pain happens.
I hope so. I really hope so. Because I need it to happen. I think it is time to destroy an ATR team.
Might be.
So, well, he's range. That's
3.
range 1, so we're good.
Yeah.
So we're going to use the light blaster and the twin blaster cannon. So firing all the things.
Okay.
So 3 red, 3 black, 3 white, and he's aiming first.
Okay. 3 red, 3 black, 3 white. So the ATRT is going to explode,
I mean, ideally,
ostensibly.
yeah. My one regret is he only
you get
has 1
impact
life to
effect,
give. Yes, and we get lots of
We
impact.
get lots of it. We get all the impact in the
Like
world.
4 impacts, I think.
4 impacts.
Yeah.
Ay Dios.
3 there and 1 there. So 4 of your impacts.
All right.
4 of your finest imported impacts. I do not surge for anything fun there, so I'm going to reroll that, and I'm going to reroll that.
Okay.
And I'm still going to blanket. Why do my red dice hate me? Brian, explain to me.
I don't know. I don't know.
The odds of this happening are so bad that it happens to me all the time.
So 1 of those goes away. Well, 4 get through. 1 of those goes away because of armor. So 5 inbound.
Yes.
Am I reading that correctly?
I believe that is.
All right.
So 4 flip. Yep, 1 goes away.
Is the ATRT in cover? No.
No. He and no.
He is big. He rises above.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. He's got lots of armor, and I do the thing where I do not surge to nothing, so I get 2.
Oh, man.
So 3 damage. Does that bring me to my
No, it does not.
threshold?
Now you need to get to 4.
I have all the rainbow sparkly eyes
Oh, man.
about that subject.
And so we aimed, we fired, we're done.
Okay. All right.
Here we
So
go.
I am unable to do any more of that aimy, fiery goodness. Well,
I was really
don't
hoping to
do
take
more
his
than-
ATRT on that go.
That's a trooper.
That was, I mean, it wasn't bad dice. It was okay.
Trooper, those troopers. So I have those troopers, and these troopers.
Them troopers.
Damn troopers. It's like I got all the fun. Let's. Your range 1, your range 1. I think I have to try and kill. I think that's the.
Sergeant Steve,
Sergeant
what did he do to raise your ire?
He's out in the middle of nowhere, and he might cap an objective.
He's a lieutenant with a compass. Leave him alone. He'll kill himself.
Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to aim fire. I think that's the only option. It's the only way. You're in range 3. Yeah, you're in range 3. Battlefield conditions allow me to do range 3 this round.
They sure do.
So I think I'm going to aim fire because
Aiming and firing.
I loves me.
Why don't you dodge and move further away? How about that? Try something new. Everybody aim fires.
Aim fire.
Try the hipster way to play Legion.
All right. Well, he's got one cover. That's the.
I'm gonna move standby. You've probably never heard of him. I'm gonna ready standby.
That actually hurts a lot, considering all the shenanigans. Considering all the dice that I rolled. Aim is going to let me do 2. Ah!
So Bryan and Matt Steve is going to flex his way out of this.
Ugh. Nothing. So, 4 inbound, 1 goes away because you're suppressed.
So 3 blocks. Here we go. Boom. Spaceman Steve dies.
Dies.
All right. Take out one of my troop activation tokens.
Where did my black dice go?
Start singing sad songs now.
I didn't mean
tragic car accidents.
Yes. Oh.
How about paving over heaven and putting up a parking lot instead?
Yeah. That's what you guys wanted. That's why we're fighting.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
the Emperor needs a new parking lot for his shuttle. He may drive here once in a while. He's never been here.
He's never been here, but he
could.
Just. He may just.
So we've got to wipe out your ecosystem on the off chance he wants to visit your backwater horrible planet. You understand?
Yeah. No, it's
Vogon Construction Company. Vogons?
Yeah, it's Vogons.
Hey, wow.
Yeah. Wow.
High school reading.
Culturally relevant reference. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
All right, randomizing troops. All right, guys. Reinforcements. You got to do some heavy lifting here, guys. Heavy lifting. I know it's a lot to ask, but we're really running out of options here.
He's falling down on the job.
Yeah, it is the day I am having. Literally.
Quite literally. Good job.
Okay.
You have flanked me.
Let's see if we can actually do anything about that. Probably
I don't know, man.
not. I'm not too sure about this whole white dice thing, but okay. You still got the heavy covers.
Okay.
We do have 2 red dice from DLTs and 5 white dice from Angry E11s.
All right.
The Spitnist. Let's see some big paint here, fellas. Here we go. Hey! Okay, and again, the red dice hate me the most out of everything. So 2 go away for cover, so that leaves 3. I'm actually well happy with that.
I'll go with it. And surge to 1 defense.
So 2s. Okay.
I'll take that guy, and we'll take. Hey.
Seems fair.
Silver Squad, you did good. You will go down in the annal. Once they murder you from the side, that's. We'll cover that.
Seems okay, right?
I think they've given about as good as they've gotten. Slightly better, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure. They've decimated
They have,
2 squads, basically.
They have done their. They have done their duty. They have done their due diligence.
Yeah. Duty. Let it not be said I don't go for the low-hanging fruit.
Yes. So we have a super squad over here. We have a trooper squad. What is it that the trooper squad wants to do?
Retire early, call it a night. Maybe have a little snack before dinner or before bedtime.
Do I want to go after the fight?
Nah, you're fine. Wild Ross has appeared.
I am.
What's up, Mr. Ross? Dude, I am eating it hard out here in a galaxy battlefield far, far away.
The NST's not wrecking some
I
stuff?
mean, he did okay. I was really hoping he was going to blow that guy up, but I made some really critical bad choices early on.
What you need is 2 ATSTs, the Emperor and the Royal Guard.
I might just.
Well,
quit the
thank
game
you.
when Emperor
That's
comes
great.
out.
Yeah, and then like 3 minimum squads of stormtroopers, and
Yeah.
I still don't think you can fit that all in there, but still, we'll try.
Aim fire
Because
from
you've
Purple
got-
Squad.
Make it happen.
You've got the touch.
It's the Empire. They can do what they want.
You got the power.
Aim fire from Purple Squad onto these guys.
No.
So that's 6 white, 1 black.
Trooper Carl. Coral. You gonna be joining us on Wednesday for the Age of Sigmar stream? Oh, he's hanging out.
Yeah, I might
Cool.
be able to do that.
Cool.
All right.
Unless something's happening that I'm not currently aware of.
I mean, that could be always the truth.
So.
Oh, look at you, just rolling dice like you're cool.
All right. So I'm gonna re-roll 2 for aim.
Got it.
So
Good aim.
2 crit, 2 go away for cover. So 3 inbound.
3 on that little squad. I don't know about all that.
Ho!
Well, close.
But another
right.
suppression at
That
least.
is a dead DLT, so might as well just go home, guys. Call it a night.
And that's.
Suppression. Oh man, he is so suppressed. He's like super suppressed.
being suppressed.
Bloody trebles. Okay. From the random pile, we got troops.
Troops?
No. I mean, no. Sure, let's go.
Those guys?
What they call? See if we can get some more flankety flanks. Through the way there, Junior.
You know what I didn't do?
What didn't you do?
I didn't put a suppression down on my fleet trooper.
Oh, you should do that.
I should
Nah,
do
that's
that. I
okay.
should make certain that they get the. I mean, just in case you keep coming from the side, I want to make certain they get all the cover that they can get.
Good science.
They do love cover.
Right. So
Quite right.
here's the plan.
Cheerio. Ha!
Hip hop. All right. So we've got 4 white dice, 2 red dice this time, because that is the Underman squad.
All right.
Waiting for replacements from the spawnering.
Are you familiar with the new special rule that just got written?
No.
in the
What
book
is
today?
this new special rule?
The new special rule is that fleet troopers can take no damage from stormtroopers twice in a row. So since it's 2 units of
Wow, that
stormtroopers,
sounds really good.
Yeah, you should check
Holy
that
cow,
out.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It's an FAQ written in that special forum thing.
Cool. I'll just shoot the ATRT then. Nah, we'll do the fleet troopers. How about that? Yeah. Here we go. All right, so we got 2 surges, so 2. Is what we're looking at. 2.
All right. All right.
Let's see if their leather vests do anything for them.
All right. No whammy. Come on, guys. Come on. And that's 1 save.
Got 1.
So, all right, Chuck. Sorry. Silver Squad, you're taking losses.
And then they slowly march up the board, killing everything as they go,
Yeah.
which won't happen.
Feel free to continue that. Bring them out. Continue out of cover. I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
no, that seems like something I would do. Absolutely. I would say that's nearly a certainty at this point.
All right.
I will
So,
make the bad choice.
what am I doing? What am I doing here? I'm gonna do. That's a support. Finally, a support. So the question is, those guys are out of range. I could fish for crits against that guy, or I could
Okay.
try and murder that guy.
You could try, but you will fail. Because he is the last survivor.
Is that the final countdown? Or I could theoretically throw some fire at Veers. So I want to throw some fire at Veers. Has he activated this round?
He's not.
He is not. Yeah, let's throw some fire at Veers. He gets
Oh,
like
you
cover
son of
through
a
the
gun.
trees.
Yeah.
He gets like cover through the trees. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So I'm gonna aim fire with the ATRT there.
You would do that.
So 3, 4, 5. Surge to crit, so I'm gonna leave that where it sits. So that's
Seems pretty good.
happiness and happiness and happiness. One cover goes away,
Yes, sir. So
and
4.
so 4 inbound
I'm
on
going
Veers.
to put 1 onto that guy because I can.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
So let's see if he dies or not. He blocks.
What?
Woo. And he gets another suppression. And 3 for Veers. He veers. He blocks 2. All right, I'll take 1. Veers he's a tough gentleman.
I had super hoped that that trooper would die. So
I can feel it.
yeah. And a suppression.
And a suppression.
Happiness
All right.
is a warm gun, and that is that ATRT activation.
Okay, now it's Veers' turn. Let's see if we can roll off the thingy. Hey, he does. And also, he's going to inspire this guy to take 1 off of him.
Okay.
And also, range of 3s. Yeah. That's gonna be funny. All right, here we go. Time to go fishing for crits, boys. He's going to put an aim token on himself and Lieutenant Carl. And then he's going to shoot at the ATRT.
Okay. The wounded one.
The wounded one,
Yep.
indeed. I hear the crits are big this season.
Yeah, they are.
It's,
I hear they are.
And I surge for the whats. Flip over. I do search for the crits.
All right.
They're coming in big. All right, so, and then 1 more for the aim. That was
Crit.
that.
Oh, so 3.
So that is 3. Fantastic. And there's a Pierce 1 in there.
So he's taking 1 no matter what. Wait. Pierce. I know the word. I know. the
So
rules.
one of your block results is ignored.
Ah, okay.
So you just roll 3, and 1 goes away automatically.
All right. So 3
you
go
just
away,
take them
or I
all.
just take them all.
And Veers is much more effective than ATSTs with anti-vehicle lasers at killing ATRTs. That is what we have learned tonight, folks.
All right.
Oh, that makes no sense. I love it.
It's fine. It's fine.
I love dice.
It's fine.
Dice are fun.
It's fine. We're all gonna.
Well, that was unexpected, and I'm okay with all of that happened.
All right. Come on.
What just happened?
Trooper. Trooper. All right.
Trooper.
I think that's my last trooper.
These guys or these guys? Or no, you're those
Yeah,
guys. So those
these
guys?
guys.
Yeah.
So I want to aim and fire at him. Duros can see him, but this guy can't. So 4 black.
So for the objectives, is it the most people, or is it the uncontested? I forget now. I want to make sure I'm playing this right.
Victory token. A player controls an objective token if they have more trooper unit
Yeah,
leaders
so,
at range
okay, I'm
1.
not even close to having it in the middle there, so you're about to get up points on me.
Yes. All right. So I am going to aim fire at that bike. So, yeah, I get 4 black and 6 white.
Okay.
Three, 4, 5, and 6. Aim token. And surge to nothing. So
I
that's
think that would be the name of my 80s synth pop band, Surge to Nothing.
surge to nothing.
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
so
Joe, what's up, bud? Wondering when you check in.
all right, I am going to aim token. And
Man,
that
I feel like
surges to
Spaceballs
nothing.
tonight, Emmett.
So
It has been a bad night for the Empire. I'm getting little gains here and there, but Bryan is just crushing me under the overwhelming onslaught of rebel troops here.
and so that
Okay,
is
so what do we got?
3 inbound. So I took away 1 for cover.
Okay.
So we've got 3 inbound on
Onto
that
this guy,
on that
okay.
bike. Yes.
All right, so we need 3 paints. We do not. So that is squadron down because what was that? 8,
There's 9.
9 attack. Yeah, and then 8 of them hit out of the 9.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's white dice, but come on.
Come on. Come on. All right, so that's that squad of rebel troops right there.
You having fun at home on baby duty there, Emmett? Well, I get to be out here playing cool Spaceballs games.
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs! Alright, so last activation is troops. Do I have troops left? Oh, of course!
You have Sergeant Stan.
Spaceman Carl, here we go. Let's see if we can roll off some of that goop.
Senor
That
Tinksel.
stuff.
That's really
So he gets rid of 1, so he's not panicking.
good.
So that's good. Still not panicking. He only gets 1 action. That 1 action, though, will be... He's going to shoot over here. He's going to go crit fishing because he's got that aim token. Let's see if we can knock out one of these rebel troops. Preferably the one with the Z6. Surges for a hit. That's not good enough, though. So we're going to re-roll for a crit. Come on, 1 and 8. Nope, not today.
All right.
That's too bad.
It's quite possibly too bad. All right.
Yeah, just some of these game objectives depend on like weight of troops in the area. So definitely having more activations helps out a lot.
Leia. All right.
I like to play elite armies though, so that's always going to be an uphill battle for me. I always like to have the big stompy robots or the, special guard and things like that.
All right. So
So having more units near an objective isn't going to happen for me very much unless I clear it out
can you
first.
remove the suppression from this group? Those guys haven't.
I do it. I haven't been calling power up, and that is where I am failing tonight.
So that's.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked the podcast episode, Joe. We were. It's funny. We got some really kind of meh comments early on. I was like, "Are you kidding me? We finally get to talk to the designer of Legion, and people are just kind of like, eh." I was like, "What does it take for you people to be happy? I don't understand." But then later on, people were like, "Yay!" and I was like, "Yay!" because we put a lot of effort trying to get them on the show. So I'm glad it paid off, and they were actually really super cool dudes to talk to. I hope, everybody that is interested got to listen and enjoy the episode. But again, if this is future people, episode 20 of the Legion Outrider podcast, we got to sit down and talk to Alex Davey and Luke Levy, I think it is, who's one of the designers, well, the lead designer, and then one of the designers for Star Wars Legion. So very cool, very, very cool. I'm very excited for some of the stuff that's coming down the pipe. I don't know what it is, but they're excited, so that makes me excited. Oops, and then that's over there. It's all your activations now.
Yeah. I'm activating. I pulled random. Activating
Okay.
Leia right now. Remove suppression from them.
Pull
It's
Leia.
part of her thing. Now I'm trying to figure out what I want to do because it's all not necessarily all happiness and stuff over here. So what I'm gonna do.
How's the Pathfinder, Joe? What character are you playing? If it's Pathfinder, it's probably some crazy alchemist, gunslinger, investigator thing. That, turns into Frankenstein and stuff. People just don't play like, I'm a fighter in Pathfinder. They've got so many different resource books.
I could hand out dodge tokens, but who is... Alright, I'm gonna hand a dodge token to them.
You got it, bud.
Wait, no. All y'all guys have gone, so I wouldn't...
All y'all guys.
Yeah, all y'alls. All y'alls. So I'm gonna just butter right up against the back of that, which is definitely within each one. Alright, cool. So that's Leia's activation. Let's go ahead and do that. Pulling random. ATRT, because I think that's all I got left.
Kibbles and bits.
Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. The real question, do I want to murder that trooper unit or put some fire on?
Yeah, Joe, that is, it was incredibly inspiring to talk to them. Just some of the answers they were giving. And yeah, and we've seen it. I mean, Fleet Guard are a lateral choice. They're not like completely replacing troops. They have their niche. We were talking about it earlier with Bryan. He's got like a 2-to-1 ratio of rebel troopers versus fleet troopers, and I think that is perfect. I don't think you want to go heavier than that unless you really know how the terrain's going to be set up.
So, aim fire on that squad of bikes over there with the ATRT.
Okay.
But it looks like I can only kill the one guy.
Okay.
Yeah, because visibility.
Well, kill him you
Fixed
shall.
front. All right, so going with 5 dice and surge to crit.
Playing a Gestalt cleric fighter with a great sword. Okay, man.
And
Heal them with your great weapon swings.
So 4 damage inbound. 1 goes away because bikes and cover.
Yep.
So
and then I will dodge 1.
Okay.
So 2.
2.
All right, here we go. Big paint. No paint.
No paint. No paint.
That's about my night. That is spot on. Again, I didn't call Palp, so I'm letting Joe down, letting the Empire down. I'm excited to play Palpatine. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, and my final activation. So that was that one, and my final activation is this. That damage goes away. What do I want to do? Doing the thing. Anything I do here. Shit. There's no troopers over here for the flamethrower to flame.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you killed them all already. I'm not really sorry. I'm a little salty.
So I'm gonna move
But
this.
I can't really be even that salty. That was totally my mess up. That pooch didn't screw itself.
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, he's touching. He might be touching.
You're fine. Fine.
Cool. All right. So, this squad I stupidly displaced. So they
Cool
get a suppression,
beans.
and you get to throw the thing.
Within range 1 of that guy's store. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so did that and a suppression, yep.
And
I've just got so many guys on the field, I can't maneuver around them practically, so I'm just going to stomp over the top of them.
super.
Let
super
them
hard
scamper away. Oh, hey. So he's going towards where there are troops? That's messed up.
I know it's pretty. So that's that, and that's
It's egregious.
that activation, and I am out of activations this
Well, it's
round.
about time.
So that puts us at scoring, right?
It sure does.
So
And by my count, it's your 2 to my 1.
correct. So
I got a point, guys.
you got the point. We'll do that. Oh, or I'll drop the token. Dropping the token, also a valid option. There you go.
Yay!
2 points, 1 point,
And that's the end of round 2, so let's
Round
clear
2.
tokens, order things. 1 suppression.
Yeah, That guy reminds me of the trooper squad I ran the other day, where I inflicted 3 suppression on myself.
Nice.
And they
is that
stayed
when you
alive.
were walking
Yeah.
into landmines?
Yes, when I threw
times.
threw them into landmines.
It was on the highlight reels for the Imperial War propaganda. It was, these rebels are so stupid they keep walking into minefields.
Yes. Yeah, one of the mines exploded twice, which gave me
How
3
you know
total
they're not
suppression.
really people, and whatever we do with them isn't a war crime.
All right, so
Oh, it got dark.
yes, it did. All right, 2 ATRTs and a leader, 1 ATRT token is away. I like to organize everything because otherwise shenanigans happen later. What am I doing?
We
What?
did the shenanigans. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do this thing. Because why not? Okay, so coordinate bombardment, yeah.
So,
And now that there is no more lingering after effects of limited visibility, now
Yes.
I'll do Imperial Discipline. When a friendly unit is issued an order, it may recover.
okay.
I don't really care about that. But if I did, let's make sure we got range, the units I care about. Oh, we do, good. So we're going to put one there. And we're going to put one there. And then we're going to shuffle up these last 4. And it is now turn 3. Did we advance the turn marker? I don't think
We did not.
So it's the Death Star is approaching. Boop. And it is my side of the board. Doop, doop, doop. I'll just get that up just a little bit so we can see that a little bit better. Not that we can probably read it. I don't know.
All right, so
The objectives are the the priority? Intercept the transmissions, limited visibility, and then major defensive. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. Poorly. You should rewind the podcast of this later, Joe, and watch when I completely forget that it's limited visibility and try to do maximum firepower. Hilarious. It's funny because as soon as I play the command card, I realized what I had done, and I hated myself. And then I ran all my troopers out into the open, and I need to really start getting warm-up games before we go on stream, because I feel like the lessons I learn, like a goldfish.
so let's see.
So people like goldfish.
What I'm gonna do?
Okay, what was your pip value? It was 2?
1.
It was 1. Oh,
was
yeah,
1,
that's right,
yeah.
because
I
Leia's
super wing.
bombarding. Yes.
Yeah, she was coordinately bombarded.
Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Your laughter is really the right answer there.
So
I mean, what can you do? But like,
range 2. So our first
still
action.
fun though. Still a lot of fun.
Do I have anybody with suppression on? No, not after clearing.
No, I got to shoot you to have suppression.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
yeah.
That's what I understand. So I'm gonna throw a dodge onto those guys, and I'm gonna throw a dodge onto Leia herself. Second action, I'm going to clamber here. Yeah, there. All right. So 1 dice because it's 1 trooper. And no damage. So that's the end of Leia's activation. And at the end of her activation, I get to coordinatedly bombard things. So the first thing is I'm going to do there, there, and there.
You know what I've been kind of jonesing to do?
What?
Is play the old KOTOR games.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've heard they're so good, and they came out when I was in the middle of college and like working like 50 hours a week. And also somehow in there I got married. Like the whole like there's
Yeah,
a whole
full
period of my
schedule,
life that
yeah.
I was just like I don't know what's happening, and so I never actually got to play them. I kind of want to go back.
I'm irritated because I actually played most of the way through the first one. I got to, I think, like the last planet, and I just didn't finish it for whatever reason. I'm kicking myself. And then the second one I only got about halfway through. But man, I enjoyed the crap out of that game. I miss those old BioWare titles.
Leia
so we
surges to crit, so
Okay. And
that's
sorry, what were you
against-
shooting? No, it's gonna feel so funny. Wait, she's got Pierce what?
you know what? Hold on, 2 seconds.
Okay. And she
the
has the
coordinated
sharpshooter.
coordinated bombardment is
Oh wait, no, you don't have
for
Pierce on that.
for I don't have range, so I can't hit.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's those guys. The only people I can hit with that are those guys. So the first one I guess is gonna have to go with that.
Okay. So
Do
what
you
do
mind
you
if that?
No, that's
sits
fine.
with
That
you?
stands. Yeah. So it's 2, and does she have? She doesn't have Pierce on that though, because the
She-
Pierce is on the pistol, right?
The Pierce is on the pistol. It is
Okay.
immune deflect. That is-
Okay, that's.
So
Wow, I'll just lose 2 guys. How about that? How about that instead?
also a suppression.
Yep. Well, that's not what I needed for that squad. What else you got?
So this is going over here. To
Over those guys? Sure.
I should have stayed down. I forgot that guy couldn't do the thing, and yeah. So,
Do the thing!
all right. So 1 hit against this squad here.
1?
1.
Okay. Hey, I
Alright.
saved it. I'll still
But
take a surprise.
take your suppression.
I will.
All right.
I will.
All right.
Are you quite finished?
I am. That is Leia's activation.
Okay, fantastic. ATS'd.
All right.
You must protect our troops from the deadly flamethrower. What coming to kill them?
What coming to kill them?
Okay, so we got 3 of each again. They're going to aim
Okay.
and send 3 black dice, 3 white dice, and 3 red dice over to stop you in your tracks. I don't have the best track record against the ATSTs so far, so let's see if we can correct that.
All right. All right.
We can
that's
just
good.
delete this in one go. I would be, yay, ATST!
Yay! Oh! Do you surge?
No, I don't. As well defensively, but so we're gonna go ahead and re-roll that one, and sure, we'll do one of those. Doesn't really matter. Good deal. My red dice always won. So we've got impact 4. So we go
Seems like
impact,
2 hits or impact, 3.
crit. So it's
Five.
just 5.
Okay.
And 4 blocks later.
1, so 4.
Okay.
So you hit
Hey, he
threshold.
breaks down! Yay! We did it,
That's a red
guys.
dice.
Mission complete. Let's all get on the aircraft carrier and go home.
Rolls a red defense dice. Let's see what happens. It is a defense.
So that's the double movement cost,
Okay,
I think. The gear breakdown is
Gear
it?
breakdown. That is correct.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
not
okay
bad.
with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, except
4
that he's
damage.
got to get closer to use the flamethrower. So
So my philosophy on the ATRTs, especially the flamethrower, is that it directs your attention
it sure do that.
away from the troops.
It sure do that.
So, as far as I'm concerned, that
Mission accomplished. It did what it's supposed to.
it's done exactly what it needs.
Sounds fair to me.
So,
And then
And-
ATST complete.
ATSD complete. Okay, so I'm at random draws at this point. So
Ooh, exciting.
troopers,
Troopers.
range 2. Aim fire at those bikes.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I really
So-
should have done those first.
That's 6 white,
Again,
2 red.
prioritizing is part of the strategy of this game. I probably could have. I mean, even if the ATRT moved first before that, it wouldn't have been able to get range on my troops. They were pretty much safe, so activating the ATST right then was probably a bad choice. I should have gone with the bikes, tried to knock off some more of those guys, but I did not. So live and learn. Dear
So-
Dream Journal. Next time, let's be smarter about this.
So they surge to something. I think they surge to crits. We'll
Oh
check
yeah,
that.
they, hits, I think.
Okay.
But
Well,
still.
let's check that before I
Sure.
convert. They surge to hits. Yes. So that's a hit. That's a hit. That is ein hit, and because of aim, rerolling the 2 white. That is 1 more hit. So 1 goes away for cover. So
Okay.
4 inbound, sir.
4. All right, guys. Dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge. Well, we got 1 block. And I'll re-roll that other one here. Second, thank you. So 1 block. So that's just a removed base there.
Okay.
Ka-choo.
Pachow. All right. So that's Fleet Troopers. Oh, Fleet Troopers wrecked face, man. That is.
They're good. They're super good.
When I first saw them come out, I was like, oh, I don't know, man. Range 2.
I think a lot of people were like, and they were like, oh, white dice, eh.
But you know what the thing is, though.
You're surging for everything.
I'm so used to running ATRT with the flamethrower and Luke that I've always been accustomed to like getting my dudes, you know, in the way where like I want people to move around. Oh.
Game state. Let's do this. So I'm going to displace that guy.
Okay.
And probably that guy. And then his navigation things are going to go there.
Okay.
And then he's going to go ahead and aim and shoot those guys.
Okay.
Mind if I roll 6 dice again?
Sure. Go ahead.
Thanks, bud. Such a gentleman.
Such a gentleman.
Reroll. Nothing. 2.
2 inbound. So again, there are special rules that came out earlier today. My white guys, because they're painted white, can't die from bikes. Is that? So it looks like.
I mean, that seems about right. So
I was gonna make the Duros die first, but that's insensitive.
yeah, that's you've been through some training that says that you
Yeah.
shouldn't do that. But they do get a suppression also.
They do get a suppression also.
Also,
Okay, that's right.
3 suppressions.
Also 3 suppressions.
Also 9 suppressions.
Oh, wow. This is an astronomical amount of suppression.
How many
from-
suppression you got?
From the thing, let's see. ATRT, I've not yet activated this guy, just I'm seeing.
You have not.
It does not appear that he is an arc. That guy.
My cabbages!
Okay. Pivot. Less than a 90.
Yep.
And so that's 5 black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I saw 1 crit already.
So there are 3 crits, 2 hits. 1 goes away because of cover.
Am I
so
heavy cover net?
No. No. So 4 inbound.
Wow.
My dice have been spicy tonight.
That's
It's
pretty crazy. Oh look, he did.
all right.
Bikes down,
Oh.
guys. Earlier
Yes.
when I was saying that this game is gonna win or lose based on these bikes. Well, we have our answer.
So that would be that. All right.
Gonna put my support token over there. That was silly. I'm filled with silly choices tonight.
Your activation. I'm sorry.
Yep, random. Here we go. Boom. Hey, it's Veersy time. Let's have a Veers on me. Do 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 do. Your deedly dees please me.
Doesn't
Not
know
quite there.
Not quite there.
I'm gonna shoot a layer. No, can't shoot her. She's mean. I got a Duros hanging his head out there. I feel like that's an invitation for like anti-imperial propaganda. Like the lone Duros trooper walking down the street, destroyed by the evil Empire commander for no reason. Oh man, these Empire guys are jerks.
Looks like you could kill up to 2.
I'm thinking about just going for this squad, but then again, that is just 2 of them.
Actually, it looks like base to base, you could probably get the commander. So you can theoretically kill
Okay, let's go for that then. I feel like that's probably what I need to do. So he's gonna aim. He's gonna pass out aim to Lieutenant Carl and himself. And then he's going to open fire! Because if you don't get killing, ain't nobody gonna get killing. And then he surges for crits, so
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and re-roll this one just to fish for a crit. Or a surge? Nope, so just the 2.
Okay. Alright. Come on, guys. And nothing. So, Duros. Just playing into the Empire's propaganda. Alright, so that is happening.
Damn Duros killers!
Man. Why you gotta be so rude?
I know.
Plus, they don't even leave the forest how it was found.
No, they don't. They're
Sure
beyond
about
that. They don't actually believe that. Oh look, those are actually Imperial spies dressed up as trees. You didn't know it because they're that good.
Yeah.
The ISB has infiltrated this battlefield. So even if you think you've killed every single thing in the forest, until you burn down these trees, is not the truth.
So, random draw.
Random
Draw
draw.
me support.
Oh, hello. Is that you, Alec Baldwin?
So, random draw brings me a support.
Man, if Ewoks got into this game, we were joking about it the other day. They were like, hey, bye, Ross. Have a good night, dude. Yeah. Got a Aegis Sigmar and Shadespire event tomorrow. It's going to be a fun day. But, if Ewoks ever become, like, playable, either troops or faction, I'd probably...
Hold on.
Man, an Ewok army would be crazy, but even just like a little specialist support ally troop or something, that'd be nuts.
So this is me determining my damaged. Alright, so he only gets 1 action. This is the ATRT. So, the question is, how far do I want to move?
Oh, is it the 1 action? Oh,
Yeah.
yes, it is. It's not the 2 to move. Got it. Ewoks would be great, though. Cannibal Murder Bears, let's go.
Probably gonna murder him. So, yeah, he's got that guy.
How is that?
I don't know if I want to do that.
Oh, okay.
This is me.
You gonna A300 me?
I am going to...
Do an interpretive dance.
Yes.
Nice.
That was off camera.
I would, no, it was
Oh,
not.
it was
No.
not? Fantastic. Good job, guys.
I call this dance freedom.
Freedom. Freedom. For Alderaan. I'm going to aim fire.
Dude, yeah, that would be sick. Gungans versus Ewoks. I would love the crap out of this game. if
I
that
would
was
like,
ever-
yeah,
I would hope to see some other factions first, but if it ever got to the point where the Gungans were like a legit faction, oh man,
Surge.
it'd be so good.
2 crits inbound.
I want to roll boomas across the table. I'm sorry, what was that?
Aim fire on that squad.
Okay.
And
how
2
much?
crits.
2 crits. Wait, where? Oh, from the
From the
A300?
ATRT. Yeah.
It's surprisingly effective.
Oh.
So,
But
hey,
take
block
the
and block.
suppression.
I'll take a suppression. Yeah.
suppression.
Hey.
Suppression
Guys,
is a
we found
prison.
our block dice. Yay!
Yay.
Is it this squad?
That squad.
This squad. Okay. So, yes. Yes.
That's the squad I had less trouble hitting.
Man. Yeah, if we're ever in such a rich environment of all those different factions to choose from, I would welcome our new Ewok and Gungan overlords with open arms.
I might play Gungans specifically to march them all into open territory.
Yeah, they just
and
kind of
let them all
walk
just
backwards
die.
onto the battlefield.
But you know, the other thing is that at that point they're probably gonna like surge to like double defense or something like that. Like, and on top of that, they'd probably get like shield generators as a heavy unit.
all that stuff.
They get stuff. They get stuff.
Yeah, no, I want to have the.
It would probably be the most viable solution to march them into open territory.
Yeah, they'll have the little shield, things with the. And what's exciting is we can actually see more stuff since they're going to be restarting the Clone Wars. That is. Maybe we'll see some new Gungan.
I've always
action.
maintained over the course of this game when talking about it that.
I'm going to go with Carl though.
Yeah, Disney is heavily focused on pushing the new content, which is episodes 3 and forward.
Hey.
But if they're doing Clone Wars era new content, you might start getting Fleet Troopers, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
You going to see if we can get a crit? Nope. Re-rolling. Guess we'll never know. Roll a different one. Nope. Alright, Trooper Carl. Like a bad archer, he just keeps missing the target? Point? Was it point?
I don't know.
God, I gotta go back and watch Wrath of Khan now. It's been too long.
So it's all troopers from here on out. So random draws are just going to be trooper. So first random draw of troopers.
A Roger command card. Dude, a Clanker army would be...
That would be hilarious.
Dope.
I would love that.
I would play B1s for days.
Have some visibility on gears. Which squad do I want to activate? It's like it's.
I know that they said that they're focused on like the original trilogy content right now, but I 5 years time, who knows?
Purple squad is going to aim fire at Lieutenant Tanks-a-Lot. So long and thanks for all the memories. So long, Black.
Yeah, he did. He real did.
That's right. That's exactly what happened. So, oh gosh, I just need 6 white dice. Why is this so hard? All right. So
And then you can have the command card. Wait, you're under arrest. I mean, all those classic battle droid lines. Check it out, Sergeant.
Oh, that was a crit.
It's not now. So. Wow, okay, Steve's got some work cut out for him.
He does.
Or
So
Carl,
it looks like
excuse me, Steve's already dead.
six inbound.
All right, here we go. 6 blocks. Boom. Helps. No. Didn't call it early enough.
All
All right.
So the heavy lifting is done.
Yeah. Not a good day to be a stormtrooper. Especially when you have, freaking Deputy Doofy, controlling your troop movements. All right, here we go.
activation?
Random troops. Okay, so here's the thing. Where's my commander? He's right there. Okay, so I'm gonna roll off with expression.
Okay.
Ideally, if I can find it. Where's my
White dice are over
Where's
there.
my white dice? Oh, there.
You've been using them a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Have I? Have I been using them a lot? So they're just going to stay put and they're going to fire the DLT over at that guy.
Okay.
See if we can get jiggy with that guy.
Na. Is
Yes.
what I hear.
So 1 crit.
All right.
Oh, impact 1, so 2 crits. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the thing. You all saw it.
All right. And nothing. 2 more damage. That's 5. Do they die on 5?
That's 6.
Haha.
I swear it's 6.
Yep. Oh.
They died at 6.
But he already had 4.
Yes.
So he died at 6.
Yes.
All right. He did his job.
He did.
He died as he lived.
He annoyed the piss out of him. Good job.
Yes, he did. Ugh, that ATST, man.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
ATST's gonna. ATST. Okay, guys, we still have we don't have a chance, but we still have a chance.
Alright. So that's there. So yeah, these are all troopers. So I'm gonna random
Dude, a pod racer, like,
would be way too fast.
yeah,
It'd be like
well, took you saying
compulsory.
prequels, so much good material. I totally agree there. Questionable movies, but amazing like source stuff to play with. Like the clone troops alone are just so rich with lore and interesting stuff. But want a pod racer objective? I mean, you could always like make a piece of terrain or something like that, the pod racer, make it into like the Bunta Eve Classic parking garage or something, having people racing, running in and out of there. But I wouldn't be surprised. Like it'd be fun to do like a little special event where you're trying to scoot the pod racer around the field and like you're trying to score points or whatever. And then when the Sand People faction comes out, you get bonuses to shooting pod racers. So. The Sand Persons. Always walk side by single file. Yeah. There it is.
For those guys. So 4 white, 2 red.
Yeah, that's a lot.
4 white, 2 red.
Filled with moxie, those troopers are. We hates it.
Alright. And Surge 2 hits. So 2 hits, 3 hits and bound.
3 hits.
1 goes away because you're suppressed.
Suppressed. Yay,
actually,
suppression.
double suppression, right?
It doesn't matter. It's still just
okay.
light. Light cover improves your cover by 1. So 1 down. Another suppression. These are the days of the Imperial's lives. Still got that DLT though. That Del Taco gun.
Alright.
Right. Random. Hey, look, it's true. It's my last guys. It's the guys that just got shot at so rudely. See if we can roll off some of that. No, they're going to hold on to all of that. And they're going to check, see if they are still within command range, so they're not panicking. But they are still. I mean, yours is 2, yeah, so I need to have 4. They're going to wing shots with great fervor. Well, at the only guys they can shoot at. So 1 white, 2 red. Let's see what's cooking. See if we can get a couple crits out there. That's basically all I can get for right now. Just 1 crit.
Okay.
How did the tourney go last time? Not good. Admittedly, not good. We'd had pretty low turnout. A couple of the guys.
I came in 2nd place.
You sure did. Yeah, no,
2.
Bryan was there. I was there. John was there, and that was literally about it. So we're reevaluating the tournaments and how we're running them here, but it was not great.
Oh yeah. You got a crit there. So. All right.
We're actually going to be planning an open house here real soon to kind of reintroduce people. We've got a lot of folks that are caught up in the X-Wing store champs right now. We talked about this a little bit on the podcast. Some of the Thunder went out of Legion after the initial rollout with the quick announcement of X-Wing 2.0 and the store championship series. So as soon as that wraps up, we're going to try to kind of, hey, come on back to Legion, check out, see what's been coming out while you've been gone, kind of thing. Because I think I'm not worried about the longevity of this game, but I really want to try to work on getting new players because it's an awesome game and people should be playing it, I think.
Let me sing Veers the Song of My People.
No, he doesn't like your song.
It's a good song.
It's always so filled with blaster fire and burns.
3 black, 6 white. I've not said that yet this game. This is my favorite statement. All right, come on.
Okay.
There's no dodge or no aim. So, looks like 4 inbound, 2 are crits, 1 goes away because of cover, right?
Yep. So 3?
So 3 inbound.
Okay. He's going to put one on the ATSD?
Okay. Wait, isn't it a trooper shooter?
No. That'd be funny.
That would be funny.
I'd love an upgrade card for an ATSD. Give it Guardian. Yeah.
That would be hilarious. How did the ATST jump in front of the fire like that? Surge to...
Okay. So he does surge to nothing. So that's good. So he's
3
going to
damage?
have 1 life left.
He's got 1 life to live.
1 life left to live, guys.
1 life left to live.
In one direction. And that's going to the rear. Oh, man.
All right.
This is,
So that was that trooper unit. Activating this trooper unit. They have a suppression. Let me see if I can roll that off. Come on, ladies, roll off your suppression. They do, successfully.
okay.
Good job, guys. And I think... So, do you mind the shenanigans where I figure out range from that?
No, yeah, you're fine. You
Okay.
can measure like shooting range anytime you want.
Yeah. From there, no.
There's
there
no
overlap?
problem with that.
There is overlap. There's lots of overlap there. Okay.
Yep.
So, let's see.
Guys, I'm running out of troops.
Hey, that's a tight turn. But I want to do it. Get me where I want to be. It will not.
Well, you could always stop short.
Yeah.
Follow the track.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. It appears if I do that, I should be able to do that guy
Yeah, you got him.
and that guy. I get the objective.
Nicely done.
All right. Success. Now to dismount. Success. Good job, guys.
And he stuck the landing.
Stuck the landing. That's.
Ooh, only 3 points from the French judge. You gotta feel a little wrong about
I
that.
feel it's a little political, Steve. Yeah. And the song of my people, yet again. 5 black, 6 white. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So, surge to nothing, right?
I feel like the ATSD is gonna be like in a zombie movie where he's just a real badass, but just like all these hordes of zombies are just gonna be tearing him down. Just like, no! But he's dead. It doesn't matter.
All right.
Hey, so what's going on over here?
So 1 goes away for cover.
Okay.
So that puts 5 inbound on Veers.
5 on Veers. I feel like the chances are slim that this is going to be happening. But luckily, I've spent all of his command cards. Oh, look.
All right.
Well, Mr. Veers is going to retire for the evening because he doesn't need this.
He
He performed in Cambridge.
does not.
How
So,
dare you, sir?
in final activation, this trooper squad.
Oh, boy. I'm thinking turn 4 is probably going to be the last turn of the game. Then we will see insurmountable points. Could you surmount them? Probably not.
Can't really get out of our pivot and do it. It does get in, especially we didn't have to do it again. But I think I need to get these guys into heavy cover. Get them into base contact. What do we think about that? Give them visibility over the thing. Or I could throw some fire at that ATST. Fish for crits. I've got 5 black, 6 white, and a very bent laser gun. Can I do that? Can. Millimeters. 5 millimeters, if I really want to.
Hey, Space Viking. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate you saying that.
Hey. So if I fish for crits and it goes fairly well, I might be able to do some damage on that ATST.
I mean, why not? Bring it on down.
Why do I? So I haven't read the most recent sets of updates on cover and stuff.
Okay.
They're hanging out back here. Do they get heavy cover from those guys since they're shooting
If you're
across
drawing
it?
a line of sight across some cover, then yes, they
Okay,
are. They
all right.
does apply.
Then I think that means that they will get cover from the trooper units, which I care more about. So I think that is how I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to let them sit with the thing. So, all right, no aim and fire at the ATST.
Okay.
Let's see what we can do with 5 black and 6 white, huh?
If you're just tuning in, Space Viking, we're on turn 3 right now, but it's not looking good for the Imperial forces, the real heroes out there. But Brian's a real good player, and he's definitely exploited some gaffes I've had on the battlefield tonight.
And I
Definitely
think
not my best foot forward.
I successfully fished for some crits. I surged to nothing.
Yep.
And that is a hit, so 4 crits.
Okay. This is on the ATR, or the ATST?
Yeah.
Oh man, he's taking fire. That's something's really gone wrong. And well, he surges for defense, so he'll just take 3.
All right.
Yeah, especially this is compounded because we are playing the score, the 3 objectives. What was it called again? In case I was intercept transmissions.
Yeah.
So he's definitely got me out activated with units on the board, and I was a little careless with my placement early on. So
Yeah, I was able to successfully kill basically.
yeah, I just walked into a
Stormtrooper
giant kill pocket early on, and definitely some learning experience stuff for me tonight. Brian's a really good player, and it's always, when we do play, it's usually really close. So, except for tonight, he's just blowing me off the table.
The other part is the dice on my part have been spicy.
I
They've
mean,
been-
dice are part of it, but honestly, I could have played a lot smarter. So, I'm not trying to, diminish what you're doing, because you're doing an awesome job, and it's a really good list that you're playing.
so that's the end of my activations at this point.
Okay.
So tokens are going away.
Yep. So we go on to round 4. Let's go ahead and flip it on over. This will be another scoring round for this objective. And pick up some suppression. Get those tokens. And this is really my own fault for straying away from my double ATSD list that I swore I was going to be practicing. But I was like, let's do bikes. Daniel kicked my butt with bikes last night. Let's try bikes again. I haven't played bikes in a while. And I don't know how to play bikes right now. I'm too much in the push it forward and let my armor save me phase still of the Empire.
Alright, so I'm going to quadruple check all my tokens. So, commander.
So I have 1, 2, 3. Oh, and I need to pick a commander because yours is dead. Let me do that before I forget. This little yellow token is going to say, hey, that's my commander there.
Support.
3 activations, guys. How far we have fallen. It's okay though, right? Right.
Can I see what your command cards you played?
Oh yeah, they're all right there.
Oh, okay. So you played all of yours.
Yep, I did all the Veers one.
You did
I
all
had a
the Veers.
feeling from where he was that he wasn't going to be staying around, so I was just like, let's spend all those.
So I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night.
Ha! Did you black eyed peas me?
I did.
You did. Oh, you crazy guy.
Oh yeah. All right.
And ambush. 'cause-
Oh.
Oh, hey. Oh, and the tree's down.
Oh man.
Timber.
So angry that you're taking out trees.
Yeah, I mean, I heard there was Ewoks over there, so I was
Yeah.
like, no.
Oh God.
No.
Ewoks.
The rebels can't be winning on their own. It's got to be the Ewoks.
It's got to be the Ewoks. It's got to be the Ewoks.
All right, so
That
I'm gonna
changes things.
put a token on that big yahoo.
Okay.
And then I'll have my 2 mystery troop tokens over here.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Big
what they
mystery
could
on
be.
that front.
Yeah.
Big mystery on that front.
It's a secret to everybody. So, yeah.
Okay.
So you a Legion player, Viking, if you're still there? Or are you just checking out, seeing what the game is like?
All right. Your activation. For
And
the
if you
first
do
time this
play,
game.
who do you play? The good guys or the rebels? All right. I'm going to pull a troop.
All right.
And then these guys are going to scamper into the forest because they're sweeping the trees for Ewoks, the real nemesis. Actually, we'll just do a 2-move.
Oh, I didn't put any suppression on that squad. Oh, all right.
Stop there. Oh, damn. Whoa, I just kicked the crap out of the camera. Sorry, guys. And make sure we're still... Looks like we're okay. I hope I didn't mess it up too bad. Sorry.
So I'm going to say that I do not enjoy this maneuver.
Okay, that's fair. That is
Okay,
completely
all right.
fair for you to say.
All right.
I don't want you to enjoy it.
All right. All right.
And now we open the files.
You opens the files.
So we'll say you get light cover.
Yeah, because you're drawing. Well,
Yep.
isn't it if you're in the area cover, then it's.
So he's not in the area cover.
Oh,
So he's just outside, and because you do check from
Okay.
the sergeant's line of sight, you do have light cover. So
okay. Do you have to be in the cover or
you got to
base
be in the
contact?
cover.
Okay.
I think you have to be in the cover.
Okay.
That's kind of a gray area. Base contact.
I've
barricade.
always played it as base contact.
I think
so-
with the area you should be inside to be able to claim it, but
Okay.
I could be playing that wrong. I mean, completely possible.
And you know what's less fun than playing the game?
What's that?
Reading the rulebook. So let's not
Tell
stop.
me I've actually, that's been on my goal to like go through it because I read it cover to cover like 2 or 3 times when it first came out,
Yes.
and then with the
That's
rules
exactly what I
updates.
did too.
And I really haven't been back. I'll reference rules when I need to, but I really need to get stuck back in and just like, especially when you play so many games that I do, they get muddled sometimes. Okay, so we got 3.
3. All right, so I know you haven't read all the updates, but fleet troopers are not allowed to die from one shot at stormtroopers. If we, all right, guys.
Got my 2 base sets. Nice. Yeah, 2 base sets is a really good way to go to get into this. I've only been able to find Veers and stuff. Well, actually, if you go to, not to drop a commercial on you, but if you go to power9games.com and use the coupon code Outrider10, you can actually get 10% off. We do have some Leias and Veers in stocks, plus a couple of other things. So if you can't find one at your local game store, we have them, and I'll be happy to send them to you. But we're still doing the same. I've got a good amount of games without a fully painted army. And if you didn't catch the coupon code, just shoot us a message on the channel. I can send that to you. Oh, thanks, Q. Dropping links to the web store in there. But yeah, Leia's real good. I've been playing her almost exclusively when I play Rebels. I really need to get into the Wonder Twins list, but I'm kind of waiting for Han to come out. I think Han Leia will be really good. I think Han Luke will be good too, but I think Han Leia will be really good because she can pass out dodge tokens to Han.
Yeah.
That seems super, super cool.
I'm gonna activate Leia. I have no suppression. So her first action will be.
Just gonna count up real quick. How many units do you have? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
Okay, it's not bad. I mean, 2 of them are like at half strength or less. Well, I guess fleet troopers have 4 guys left, but I did a little bit of damage. But he's still just got so many more people protecting his objectives that he's gonna go. So we're scored 2-1 in his favor right now from turn 2 because he's controlling those same 2 objectives. And then I've got the 1 down there on my own, so
I'm gonna throw.
so it'll probably go 4-2. And if I wipe him out by 6th turn and take all the objectives,
Not entirely likely, but
yeah, Han's I think is gonna be really interesting. I'm actually excited for him to kind of put the herd on some speeder bikes. That was something I noticed when I was playing Daniel yesterday with my Rebels versus his Imperials. is I was thinking, Han shooting, because he likes to run all of his bikes in squads of 3. And they're just like this unstoppable lawnmower.
It's
brutal.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Man. Especially with a table like this where you actually have a ton of open field.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal. A bit more urban of an environment, it's harder for him to maneuver. So Leia first activated put there and there. Her second action is going to
And then 6 units of stormtroopers, the DLTs. And so he's got like 7 drops to put down before he even gets to his bikes. And he's just able to place them exactly where he needs them to be. And it's just really good, tight play. I really admire the heck out of him for that.
This is Daniel?
Yeah. No, we have a small, but we have a really talented community for Legion out here. And I always learn something whenever we play games. So I just need to get more in. Okay, so done talking for a second anyways. All right. Oh, so these guys are gone. Whoops. I do that all the time. All right. So I need to start pretending like I've still got a chance. And let's check one site here.
Yeah.
I would have to shift over.
You got these guys, but
Yeah. Well, let's see. They don't have cover. They do have a dodge, though.
that is correct.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's see if we can put some hurt on them.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah. So 3 black, 3 red, because we're using the light blaster cannon and the
Okay.
twin light blaster cannon, excuse me, and the main gun.
Okay.
I do loves it. Not running the concussion launcher. I like the concussion launcher a lot, but I was actually reading the Impact X article with Nick Freeman, and he's got some really good insights. I really love reading his stuff. If you guys haven't checked it out, Impact X, it's a really good blog where he gets into deep unit dives and numbers. But I was taking his recommendation for building out the ATST, and I'm liking it. And I told you I was aiming, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I totally did. Thanks, bud. Because I totally wanted to aim. That's why I didn't move him. And I'm here. Oh, man.
Surge to nothing. So.
Surge to nothing.
All right.
So that's, you dodge 1, so that's 2.
All right.
And the lonely ATST pilot cries.
So, 1 death, 1 suppression.
Oh, nice. Okay. Thanks, Viking. I'll send those out first thing Monday.
Great. All right. So, because they're nimble, dodge goes away, come back.
Yep.
Where am I at? What do I want to do?
Yeah, if you guys have any questions too, please. Dude, it's such a good game. I'm so happy people are excited for it and getting into it still. It's only been out a few months, and the sky's the limit on where they can really go with it.
Random. I've got 1 ATRT in here, so I might pull a trooper. I might. No, I'm not.
No,
That's
it's not gonna. It's not happening. Oh, and then that is flipped.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out tonight, guys. We try to do this every Friday night. It's Friday nights is going to be kind of our like Fantasy Flight Fridays. We start at 7 o'clock PST, and I think we're going to be focusing a lot on Legion still. Thinking about doing some Game of Thrones card game if people are interested in that. Maybe in the future.
So-
X-Wing, we're probably going to do some X-Wing here soon too.
White Squad on,
X-Wing's cool.
on the ATST.
Yep,
And Aimfire.
Aimfire, you got it.
All right, so surge to nothing.
You know he's a better player because he says Aimfire before he actually does it and then tries to wind it back.
Fish for crits.
Yeah.
That's
Know
a
that
fishing
feeling.
expedition.
Yeah.
But he last round he put on what 5 crits, and you were able to reduce down like 2 or something.
Yeah, I
So
only ended up with 3-1, so I'm pretty happy with that.
surge to nothing. All right, so Aimfire. That is that troop unit. White Squad. Good try, guys. All right, your activation.
Yeah. Can I do the ATST again? Is that cool?
Next round.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thanks. All right. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's
okay,
fair.
thanks. We'll take a random trooper over here.
All right.
And
Roll off that suppression.
Oh man, yeah. Let's see. Let's roll that beautiful beam footage. Hey, look at that. They're
look at that.
brave. They're
Brave
strong.
guys. Good.
They're
You
ready.
is strong. You is
And ready for
brave.
love.
You is important.
Yeah. What did my two over do? There it is, right in front of me. All right. So what we have here is the classic dilemma. We need to get the forest. Maybe pop some shots. Good. He's hanging out in the forest there. And he's hanging out in the forest there. And we're checking range. And we're checking range. Is that good? Can you see that?
Let me see. Yes.
Okay. Sure. We'll go ahead and throw some shots over there.
That's what I thought.
Let's see if we can find a few crits.
That's good.
I hear the crits are going in well this season.
Yes. I am just a poor crit farmer, farming the crits.
Oh no.
That's
Paul Newman's gonna have my legs broke.
oh, I get no defense. So it's heavy cover. All right. All right. You say happiness is
And
a
that
warm
is all of your activations for my 3 are done.
for your 3 are complete. Okay. So
Yeah, we're still missing some key information on those commandos. I think a lot of people are excited for those though.
I'm gonna.
I know they were
activate
talking
those guys.
about
Rolling out
Alex Davey
suppression.
and Luke were talking about the extreme activations list. Like one of them had like 18 activations, so I'm assuming that's probably how they did that, was with the Min Commando squad. Said it wasn't terribly effective, but hey, who knows?
No, I don't. Have
Yeah,
that
Han
much.
Leia I think is going to be real spicy. That was one of those things that early on when they announced Legion and they rolled out the Wave 1 stuff, they had ATSTs and the T-47 airspeeders, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to play both because I love both of those units. Turns out I love the ATST a lot more right now, but they don't die because I don't have to be as careful with the airspeeders, which I am not known for being.
No. I can get that squad, or I can get the ATSD.
ATST!
Yeah.
You,
All right.
You should listen to the Force. It's trying to guide you.
So 4 black, 6 white, aim fire.
Dude, the red defense dice are so good, though. I think that was the first thing that really kind of tipped me. I'm like 80% Empire now. Is those red defense dice, man. I just love them.
Surge to nothing. 1 crit gets through. I'm going to re-roll with those 2
Yeah.
black. And 2 crits, 2 inbound.
On the little trooper
The
unit?
little trooper unit.
Little
This
trooper
one right
unit
here.
that could?
Those 2.
So
The little
2?
trooper unit that could.
All right. Choo-choo, they said.
Choo choo.
Oh, no!
I'm okay with it. And take your suppression.
And they will take a suppression.
All right. And you know what's funny is the only reason I was able to hit them is because he was so far forward. So
Well, there you go.
there we go.
Another thing to file in my dream journal for things not to do.
So that's that activation. And where's my other activation? Oh, they're in the back.
Yeah, Han and Leia. I know that's a lot of. So again, talking to my buddy Daniel that plays Empire exclusively, he's really jealous of the 2 cheap commander build that the Rebels get to do. I don't know, General Veers and Lieutenant Page, or I don't know. Well, Lieutenant Page is actually a person. Some other schmuck to run and get his coffee or whatever in the morning. There's the few Imperial folks that we do know, they're all going to be mega expensive, like Palps and Vader and all that. So it's like, who would you plug into that? Maybe an Agent Callus or something? That might be cool.
So
but-
the thing about that is that it's thematic. The Empire is known for the giant, overreaching
Yeah.
pieces, and like, holy cow, like it's these guys plucky against the giant ATST that's like 5 times.
They're a
their
little,
height.
they're a little dramatic. The Empire.
Yeah,
you know?
they're a little-
they're a little extra.
And if you pay attention to the extended lore, like there's one book that's like that where Leia's like, man, if the Empire had just done a bunch of small corvettes instead of the giant Star Destroyers,
yeah.
we'd have been blown out of the water. So there's
That's
a lot
funny.
of thematic element there.
Tarkin would be cool. I always figure him as like a Navy man first, but hey, I'm sure they might. He had reason to go down planetside once in a while. Well, I mean, definitely, you know, the Clone Wars, and even in the book Tarkin, he features some ground
Aim fire.
time in command. So hey, yeah, I mean Tarkin, yeah, that would be
Black
cool.
6-1.
I can't imagine him being less expensive than, well, maybe appropriate as here. So 2 less expensive commanders. So that'd be cool. Yeah. Thrawn.
Black 6-white.
Thrawn would be decent.
Surge to nothing. So I'm gonna re-roll. That's a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
You can do it.
Aim token. Surge to nothing. One hit goes away because of cover, but you get a suppression next round.
Hey, I'll take a suppression.
Alright.
Was this on the tiny squad? Or
It's on the tiny squad.
tiny squad. Tiny squad.
Tiny squad. Alright.
I'm still out of guys, so.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. That's do the thing. All right, one more. Troop squad. One more troop squad.
Oh, vehicles. This is. I don't know how long it's going to be before we see more vehicles. I'm expecting at least another couple of waves. I'm really hoping for some sort of transport, though.
That would be nice.
Yeah, some sort of like the Imperial assault craft they have in like Rebels or something. I would love a way to transport like Palps or Vader or something around the battlefield. Or have, like, I want assault ramps with like spring-loaded Imperial Guard jumping out and staffing people in the face.
I don't know if it's gonna matter.
The Rebels, who knows? Because they've already pulled stuff from very strange sources like the ATRT, which is great. But there's really no predicting. Like the obvious one wouldn't make any sense, which is like the skimmers from Last Jedi. I think some like rebuilt ones in their prime would be cool, but we've already got skimmers, so I don't think they'd serve a big purpose there. Maybe it's the little like shuttle guys that are scooting around in the hangar, you know, dropping their pilots off their ships. Just load a minigun on there. Mr. Joe, how's it going, sir?
All right, how about you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, it looks like his base overlaps the cover, so
I'm about to get tabled, so you showed up at a good time, but
Well,
come over and say hi real quick. This is Joe. If you watched the stream last week, he was being our Sherpa for Age of Sigmar, but he's going to be joining me for a regular Wednesday night program for Games Workshop stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited to get that kicked off. But
oh, I can't wait. Just
Yeah.
got a bunch of Games Workshop goodies here.
oh boy, and I still need to work on my Iron Jazz. So, but
Bring out the
yeah.
orcs.
these guys got displaced. Where do
Okay.
you want them?
Oh, just pop them on the backside of the
Okay.
ATRT. That'd be fine.
All right.
Yeah. And then suppress them.
Yeah, I will.
But if you haven't given us a like yet on the channel, please do so you can get notification when we go live. So we'll have the Wednesday content as well as the Friday night stream. Plus you can follow us on Twitter at Frontier Gaming Channel or at Frontier Gaming C. And I always post up going live notifications there so you can catch up on what we're doing. And if you have any requests for games to see, you know, if they're like Fantasy Flight or Games Workshop or any of that kind of stuff, more than happy to chat about it. We're probably going to start a Disco server too, so we can have people join in that way as well.
End of activations.
Yay! Good job, man. You did it. You got through all the activations.
We got through all the activations.
Well done.
It was a heavy lift.
That
It
was
a heavy-
that was a lot.
That was
So
a lot.
I think we'll go ahead and score the points now because that was the end of turn 4.
Correct.
and you are intercepting all the transmissions. So you definitely have dominance over here on 1, so that's another
Okay.
point for you.
Two.
You have number 2. I've got the 3rd one though, so.
So you get 1 more point.
Yep. So you go to 4, I go to 2, but I think we can probably safely call the game right.
Yeah, because at this point,
Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. No, you. Yeah, I think I've harped enough about my misplays, but it was still a very fun game. I always enjoy playing Bryan, so thank you very much, sir. Well
No
done.
problem. Yeah.
Well done.
good game. Good game.
You want to come over? We'll chat about
Sure,
it real quick
yeah.
as we wrap up. But if you guys have any questions about how the game went, this is the time to ask. But get your monster out of the way. But yeah, that was really good. I really like your list. The ATRTs definitely, you say you like to keep put pressure on people, and I think they were doing a good job of that.
Yeah.
I was definitely a little panicked when the flamethrower was getting back to my few units of stormtroopers that were left, and I was like, oh boy.
So yeah, like my intent was to have the ATRT back over here, and just because I knew this was going to be where the fight was.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
So as a result, I was like, if I can get you to come to me,
Yep.
and then
Which I did. I obliged.
Yeah, you did oblige.
In amazing fashion, yeah.
And the other piece is that's wonderful about this list is that every unit is it's a force to be reckoned with because there's just so many dice going out from the rebel squads. It's a full squad gets 11 dice to throw out, and it's just I can even put fire on an ATS2 without impact. So
Hey Joe, Q90 said hey. Joe. Somebody said hi, Joe. You didn't have to come back in, just somebody said hi. So I just wanted you to know that you were being hello to. But yeah, dude, Fleet Troopers. I was impressed when they first came out and saw them on the table, and every time I play against them, I'm like, I grow to fear them more and more. Because, man, if they get to that optimal range, it is just hot, fiery death.
yes, and especially like there's a lot of talk about putting them like around a corner and doing the standby.
No, don't do that.
I'm finding that's not the way to go.
No.
Put them in a place where your enemy is going to come to you no matter what. And move, shoot, or aim, shoot if you can get into cover.
Yeah.
As the thing, because it's just the pressure of dice that
When you're rolling, 10 white dice and 2 red,
that's
and you're surging on everything, so that gets you a good 3 out of 8
and
on
they're
the
pretty
white dice.
survivable. They're pretty
They
survivable.
are fairly because
Yeah.
they surge defensively as well.
Yeah.
I really like the crap out of those guys. So
I find I have yet to play like a breakthrough with Fleet Troopers because I think that's where I would get my biggest worry is how to get the Fleet Troopers how to get the entire column across the board in such a way that they actually stay alive.
Sure.
But I've not played. This is actually the second time I've played this.
okay, well it's good. I like this list a lot.
So
Have you played the Luke Leia?
I have
combo?
not. I have not.
Oh, okay. What have you been playing then?
So for a little while I wasn't able to play. So my wife saw my paint job on my original foresty looking troopers, and she said that was horrible, and she'd never really painted a mini beforehand. So every other mini other than the fleet or the green troopers was painted by my wife.
So
And-
that's where we get the powder blue, the cornflower blue, and purple highlights.
Yeah.
Which is actually really cool. I like it.
So
I
it's-
think your forest ones look just fine though.
Yeah, that's she has a better eye for color and stuff. So she actually picked it up. So for a little while,
Was it her idea to go with My Little Pony butt stamps on there? Or
yeah, it was her idea.
oh,
her
okay,
idea.
okay.
So for a little while, I wasn't able to play the Fleet Troopers or Leia because she didn't have them finished, and I have a weird thing about unpainted minis on the table. It's my own hang up, and I understand it. So for a long while, I've been playing mostly a Luke, lots of troopers, and 2
Oh, that's right, because you were proxying your Ahsoka model.
Yes,
for,
yeah,
for
the
Luke.
Imperial
That's
Assault
right. I
one, yeah.
remember now. Yeah.
So just blue tacker to one of the Legion bases, and
I'm sure she will be coming to Legion before too long.
Yes.
And we will get some more force powers and
Yes.
all that kind of fun stuff. I'm excited. She's too big of a character, and we know Fantasy Flight already loves her because
Yeah.
they're in like every edition of every Star Wars game that they've ever had has
Yeah.
had Ahsoka. So
So
yeah, especially she's gonna be real hot again with Clone Wars and all that coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But cool.
so yeah, this is a fun game.
Yeah.
I always get worried with the ATST when it comes out because it always just does so much damage against my stuff. But
Does it though?
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
If like I think I found that the counter to that is to not shy away from putting the ATRTs on the board because it's about getting you to shoot the right thing.
Yeah.
That's what I found.
Present the threat that you want to have them engage.
Yeah.
So that the other stuff you have scurrying around in the corners is able to do their thing.
And the other thing is my personal list building is make everything else also a viable threat too. So
Yeah.
it's a very tough choice as to what do you kill.
Yeah.
So
I'm really excited for the new units because, quite honestly, this meta's a little stale right now.
Yeah.
Like, I know the right Imperialist because I play against it a lot. Daniel is playing it with Veers, 3 bikes, 6 Stormtroopers with DLTs.
yes.
That is the list right now.
And
for
I have
Imperials,
been
and it's
really
really good.
rolled by that list.
Yeah,
It
I
hurts.
haven't beat that list yet with any of my other concoctions.
Same here.
But I'm too hung up on. I love stompy vehicles. I love elite units. I like to play smaller count model games. So
Yeah.
like for 40K, I'm building up a Knights army because hey, 5 or 6 dudes on the table sounds perfect for me. Iron Jaws. I'm very excited to have my Maw Crush out there. This is one big giant wyvern guy.
nice.
But so having more elite options that I think will be able to compete, like the Imperial Guard, Palps, all that kind of fun stuff coming out. Very exciting. And then if we ever get like an assault carrier or something, I could definitely see the return of Darth.
Yeah.
Just deliver him down the field and have
Deliver
him, murder.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
at that point, like Luke would be far less a throw him forward and let him own face. Like it's about making your list competitive depending upon what gets rolled out. And you're right about now there's 1 or 2 lists on the Imperial side. There's maybe 3-ish lists that are pretty good on the Rebel side, but they're variations on the same thing. You either have Luke and he's fully kitted out and Leia helping him, or just Luke fully kitted out and a bunch of Rebel troopers helping him.
Yeah.
Or you have this list here.
Yeah, the Commandos will present some interesting choices for Rebel players here soon.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping they'll be out in the next month or so because we just got the priority objectives, last week?
Yeah.
So they've been out in the wild for a little bit. I mean, a cool release, but not like I get to build new models and have fun with them. Release.
My biggest happiness with it is honestly the conditions and objectives cards.
Dude,
which are so much more fun.
That is super cool that this game has an outlet valve for them to introduce new game scenarios in like a legitimate format. So we're able to come up with new game mode types, new conditions, new objectives, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited to see if they're going to have some more coming out soon in the future, which I'm sure they will, but it's just going to be curious on how long that takes. But,
It would be nice to have. It would have been nice if like barricades had a objective cards, or like if they will release an objective card pack.
I mean, it's just everything in the core set you can get out by itself. Now you have to buy a core set. So I understand it's a recurring joke that barricades are the best expansion ever for. I mean, they're so good. I mean, cover 2. We don't even have any barricades on this field. We just have walls. But try to go for thematic appropriateness. But dude, thanks so much again for the game. It's always a pleasure. We'll have to do this again real soon.
Yeah.
And I will not fall for the same mistakes. I mean, I probably will.
Yeah,
but,
the big thing was the limited visibility, like round.
That limited visibility. I will wake up sweating tonight thinking limited visibility.
As a rebel,
it was just
rebel
a dream.
thing, that's an auto shoot for. If I can make it happen, I want to make that.
I really
happen.
need to be on my toes. Definitely, my pregame game suffers a bit. I need to be thinking through. Like I think the last time we streamed too, like I got pulled into a trap with Zach White. He had 11 activations. I had 7 because I was doing my double ATST.
Yeah.
And I let Breakthrough happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, why did I do this? He's got so many more activations. And it actually ended up being a really close game. I think it came down to a tie.
Yeah.
No, I think he got me by 1 point. Yeah, it was really close, though. It was a lot of fun. I mean, you can come back, but it was just kind of an uphill battle.
I had the same thing happen where it was at the first tournament that you did here, the doubles tournament.
Oh, yeah, the doubles, yeah.
Where me and my partner, we had a bunch of, we were trooper heavy and had no long range anything, really. And the other side was, one guy had the 3-biceless with veers,
Yeah.
and the other guy had the double ATST
boy.
with veers. And we did long march and key positions. And it was brutal. It was a charnel house at one point. Like we had all of our trooper squads just got murdered. And had we had done battle lines, it would have been much better for us. And we didn't. We literally could have killed Long March. And we're like, no, I think we're good.
Yeah.
And then, no.
Well, at least you've learned since then. So
learning is.
I have to relearn things like 5 or 6 times before it sticks. But no, again, great game. I had a blast. Check us out next week. I'll try to put up ahead on Twitter what we're going to be streaming. It might be X-Wing next week. It might be Legion. I'm not sure. I'll see if I can round up another opponent. See what your schedule is like. Maybe we can have a rematch mixed up. I actually kind of want to play some of the objectives from the Fantasy Flight Pack, the operations. Excuse me.
Okay. Yeah.
The name was.
Oh yeah, one of them is the basically the tug of war with the
the Gonk droid. Yeah, that seems like a lot of fun.
That is actually a ton of fun.
Yeah. You've gotten to play it?
Yeah, I've gotten to play
cool.
it twice
So
now,
we might try that. But
I would love to do that.
Yeah, give us a follow on Twitter. Try to follow the channel. But thanks so much everybody for hanging out. It's really awesome. Please join us next Friday. We'll be doing this again. And if you have a free Wednesday night, come and check out the Games Workshop stream. But otherwise, thanks so much, everybody, and we'll see you next time.